The water pissing out of this bottle is fat leaving your body. As you can see, it's leaving quite slowly. And nobody has fucking time for that. So I'm gonna show you how to speed it up without making you do shit tons of exercise or fucking starve yourself.
Alright, let's see what absurd things this guy recommends.
It's 3 things that every single fucker watching this video can implement straight away. Number 1, increase your fiber intake, because 1 gram of fiber is actually only 2 calories and not 4, like the majority of calorie counting apps count them as.
Yeah, no, that is a great tip.
Increase in protein, and I know every single personal trainer shites on about protein, and for once in their lives they're not actually being lying cunts. Even if 2 people create the same calorie deficit but one consumes more protein, they will lose more weight.
Yeah, absolutely. Protein is the most satiating macronutrient and can definitely help you lose weight.
And increase in sleep is the last one. I know that's easier said than done.
Honestly, I get tagged in such nonsense that I was just so happy to get tagged in something decent that I just wanted to share.
I am so thankful for all of the TikTok gym girls out there that are putting in the work, pumping out these recipes for us. Because how are you going to tell me that I'm literally eating banana pancakes as a pre-workout right now, and this morning I had Oreo cheesecake fluffy yogurt while still fitting my macros? Like, are we kidding? If the gym community was still ran by dudes, we would all still be stuck on chicken, rice, and broccoli.
So I love that this video blew up because there's so many great female influencers that make fantastic low-calorie, high-protein recipes. Now, he specifically was talking about Buff Unicorn. I've made a few of her recipes, including her Cosmic Brownie Fluffy Yogurt. That was really good. But Liv is also great. She does a lot of the dupes like Nutella or Crumble Cookie, you know, making them lower in calories and higher in protein. Michaela, who I talked about recently, used a lot of her recipes to lose weight after her pregnancies, and again, her recipes are very good. And then Claire, I really like her breakfasts, especially that chocolate mug cake, something I still make to this day. Of course, there are many more. I can't cover all of them, but to the ladies that make these recipes, thank you very much. Okay, bye.
Never cut food on a glass cutting board.
So if I cut food on a glass cutting board, then my knife is gonna be dull. If I cut food on a plastic cutting board, then I'm gonna fill my body with microplastics, and then I'm never gonna not be infertile. And if I cut food on a wooden cutting board, then it's gonna get moldy. And you can never clean it properly, because all the raw chicken juice and stuff from raw meat is just gonna stay in there forever. How am I supposed to cut my food? There are no more options!
Now, I know what some of you are thinking, just use a stone cutting board. Unfortunately, as people pointed out in the comments, that's how you get kidney stones. So, on a serious note, do you want to end up like this?
Get this straight. Don't drink water out of plastic because there's plastic in the water. Don't drink water out of the Stanley Cup because there's lead. Don't drink water out of the tap because there's chemicals. But if you get a water filter, make sure you don't get this one because it doesn't work. And then you get the other one and then they're saying that one doesn't work. Eat healthier. Eat fruits and veggies. Oh wait, pesticides. Let's do meat. Hormones. Milk. Hormones. What do you want from me?
I get asked all the time, what's the best cutting board or pots and pans or whatever? People, 90% of Americans don't eat enough fruits and vegetables. 5% of us get enough fiber. The vast majority of us don't exercise enough. The effect a type of cutting board is going to have on your health, to borrow a quote from Ben, is just a smidge above. Fuck all. Please, stop sweating the small stuff. Focus on the major things. 80-20, enjoy your life. K-bye.
3 reasons why I struggle to eat healthier after moving to Europe as an American expat. Most fruits and vegetables are sold loose without plastic packaging, meaning people may have already touched it with their hands. How is this sanitary?
Well, you know, you could just wash it.
It is completely normal in Europe for fruits and vegetables to be sold with dirt on them. How is this not a health hazard?
Boy, do I hate to sound like a broken record here, but, wash it?
Bread in Europe goes already bad after one day. You can only eat 2 slices and then have to throw away the rest.
So, a couple things here. First, Europeans, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I feel like you have bread that lasts longer than a day. And then secondly, if you have a freezer, you know, you could just throw it right in there. That would make it last a lot longer. Sometimes I think to myself, man, why do Americans get such a bad rap when they visit Europe? And then I see things, and I hear stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay, no, yeah, that checks out, uh-huh. Okay, bye.
This is what I eat in a day as a professional ballet dancer that does not track calories whatsoever.
I did, because people were being super shitty in the comments, and unfortunately I think I have to do it again.
Started my morning with my oat milk latte. Breakfast was my protein cinnamon apple oatmeal. I ate this before I headed to ballet to work out.
For those asking where the protein is, her breakfast alone, between the oats, seeds, and protein powder, has over 20 grams. She's not a large person. She does not need 200 grams of protein.
After my workout, I got an oat milk matcha boba with just a little bit of sweetener. For lunch, I attempted to make my very own bread bowl. I've never done this before, but I went for it. This is what it looked like at first, and then this is the final product. I put my soup in there. The soup is spinach, kale, broccoli, coconut milk, and miso.
You know, it's kind of sad. This is like the healthiest relationship with food I've seen a ballet dancer have, and there's still people going, you don't actually eat that, really? Really? Shut up.
And I did not waste the bread that I took out from the center, by the way. I had the soup with kale quinoa salad and half an avocado.
Oh, and for all the people saying how terrible or awful this looks, are we watching the same video? Because I don't think we are.
My snack was grapes, banana, and peanut butter. I also added some pretzels on the side there. Dinner was cilantro lime rice with beans, and I'm adding homemade pico here. I like to add lime, and then I had this with tortilla chips on the side. This was so delicious and almost forgot my salsa.
And finally, no, she is not missing nutrients you can only get from meat. Lori is vegan and she eats one of the healthiest, most balanced diets I've seen. Out of 10. Okay, bye.
If you combine eggs,
And then cottage cheese.
1 avocado,
And now cottage.
Greek yogurt, red onion,
Anyone else having just the best day?
cucumber with a tablespoon of mustard, squeeze of lemon, touch of salt, touch of pepper, an optional Tabasco for a little kick.
I'm more of a Cholula guy.
Then mix this all really well. Then you'll have a high protein egg salad. The entire bowl is around 700 calories and over 70 grams of protein. You could have this as part of a high protein 400 calorie breakfast, or you could have this as a high protein light snack on some rice cakes.
I don't hate rice cakes, but I definitely prefer bread.
Or mix some pasta straight in if you're feeling lazy.
But yeah, this is good though. I especially like the hot sauce. I might also add some jalapeno for a little extra kick. I give this a, it's not cottage cheese, out of 10. Okay, bye.
I mix 1 egg with 1 big spoon of mayo. I whisk. A little bit of fat, I put oil and butter, I think a little bit. I put it in the microwave, 30-40 seconds. The best omelette in the history of mankind.
You know, I think Kane's reaction to this
That's actually fucking beautiful.
is spot on. Out of 10. Okay, bye.
I'm fat, and this is what I eat in a day. So for breakfast, we're gonna have a large pepperoni pizza all to ourselves. Is what you thought my fat ass was gonna say. No, no, no. I'm on a bit of a weight loss journey now, which means we're not supposed to be eating whole pizzas by ourselves. Instead, how about these chocolate overnight oats that I made, which make me feel like I'm eating dessert for breakfast?
Pro tip, if you don't like the texture of overnight oats, I get that a lot. Just blend it before you put it in the fridge. And then add some chocolate chips when you have it. The Bake Believe ones, a little extra fiber. Oh, so good.
Maybe I'll add in one of those frozen breakfast burritos that I spent like an hour and a half meal prepping last night. You know, the ones that I got the ingredient ratio wrong when making, so I just have an extra half pound of this delicious burrito meat with no idea what to use it for.
If it was me, I would just keep it simple. Like rice, or better yet, potatoes, like those frozen hash browns. That way you don't have to cook anything else. And a frozen mixed vegetable. Easy.
With that, breakfast is served. A couple hours later, and it's dinner time. What are we having tonight? Honey, teriyaki, chicken, and rice. Shout out to Stealth Health Life.
As soon as I saw the burritos, knew it had to be Stealth Health. Might I also recommend Nikita, I think is how you pronounce his name. Check out his mac and cheese, one of my few true 10 out of 10s. So good.
And with dinner, as a treat, I gotta have a can of Pepsi Max. And there you have it. There's everything I had to eat today.
You know, I'm normally a Coke person, but recently I did pick up a Pepsi Zero because, you know, it's got artificial sweeteners on it. And just to get ahead of the comments a little bit, 2,600 calories for someone his size is very reasonable. He doesn't need to eat 1,600 or whatever nonsense you were about to type, okay? So great job, my friend. Okay, bye.
Brush your teeth real good. Then eat yourself a piece of white bread. Chew it up real good. Then run your tongue over your teeth. You can feel the film on your teeth. Go back, brush the teeth again real good. Grab yourself a nice, raw, delicious red apple and eat that. Finish eating it, run your tongue over your teeth, and you will find that your teeth are cleaner than before you ate it. Why? That's the reason why an apple is called nature's toothbrush. It cleans the teeth. Did you know it's not natural to brush your teeth? In fact, brushing the teeth is a sign that what you're eating is absolutely bad for you. So cows don't brush their teeth. Cow and the horse would never eat anything other than what nature provides.
So, while some have called apples nature's toothbrush because it's thought the fibrous quality of them can help remove some plaque, this 2018 study found it actually might create more plaque, and that's because cavities are caused by acid, either the acid we consume through things like orange juice and coffee, or the acid the bacteria in our mouth produce when we consume carbohydrates, whether that's from an apple or bread, it doesn't matter. And animals like cows and horses definitely still have dental problems, so please, brush your teeth.
These are the bars you want Rose is chomping on right now. Do we see cane sugar? No.
Cane sugar, bad.
Almond and pecan clusters are on sale. These are nice, sweetened with just a touch of sugar.
Except in almond and pecan clusters.
No matter what type of sugar it is, do not eat it. I don't care if it's cane sugar.
Okay, never mind.
Sunflower, safflower, grapeseed, and canola oil. Run, Forrest, run.
Okay, grapeseed oil, bad.
I'm gonna drizzle in a couple teaspoons of grapeseed oil, grizzly bear style.
Except in potato pancakes.
Look for no gums, no emulsifiers.
Gums, bad.
I actually like this better than regular cow's milk ricotta. Look at the ingredients, clean as a whistle.
Gums, fine?
Bobby, you say avoid gums and emulsifiers when you can. When you can, I say, and because there's no gluten in here, they need a little bit of gum.
Gums, fine, when he says they are.
I always say read the ingredients first, and it has coconut water, but there's 1 gram of added sugar per serving.
1 gram of added sugar, bad.
How about a gluten-free cereal but still made with whole grains, like gluten-free oats and sorghum, and only sweetened with 6 grams of sugar?
Oh, fuck this!
I'm in an 800 calorie deficit and I'm always hungry, so here's 3 low calorie foods that I've been eating that make me feel stuffed. Spring rolls. When I say you need to eat spring rolls, I mean it. It is by far the most filling thing on this list. If I eat 12 of these spring rolls, it comes out to less than 700 calories, but I feel like I've just eaten over 1200 calories. This is extremely high in protein if you add some shrimp, beef, or chicken, since the rest of the roll is just veggies and rice paper, which comes out to less than 20 calories per roll.
You know, I never even thought about spring rolls, but that is such a great idea. I will say just watch whatever dips or sauces you use, because tamari, soy sauce, mustard, whatever low calorie ones are great. But once you start getting more into the yum sauces and whatnot, the calories add up quick.
Potatoes. If you're always eating rice with your meat, switch to potatoes. I know that's crazy to say as a Korean, but trust me, they're pretty low in calories and really filling.
So I talk about how potatoes are the most satiating food a lot, but one thing to keep in mind, just because it's in a different form doesn't take away from that. You can find frozen fries, hash browns that add little to no oil, so they're still low in calories.
Rice cakes. Everyone hates on these, but try this recipe I recently made. Some Greek yogurt and mix it with some maple syrup to taste like tart yogurt with some frozen berries on top of a caramel or apple cinnamon rice cake is the sweet, tarty, low calorie treat that I never knew I needed. Just look at how much you get and you can already imagine it's pretty filling.
Yeah, so I'm not a huge fan of biting directly into frozen berries, so I'd probably use not frozen ones, but other than that, it's great. So yeah, go try it out.
So we're gonna be making a water today. Oh, look at that.
So I was reading the comments on this video and I was going to say that the education system has failed us, but then I realized, no, I specifically remember this being taught in school. You remember seeing these things? Now keep this image in your head. And then the comment section. So is Kool-Aid water too? That is no longer water. So close, that's actually juice. No, it's not, you absolute lemon. This is a drink mix that contains approximately 5 calories. Now, when I pour this into here, right? Do you see how little ends up in the bottom here? Now, if this was juice, we'd be looking at approximately this much solid material inside of it.
So this topic is real controversial for no reason. Every time one of these videos pops up, there's tons of people getting all bent out of shape over it.
Because it's no longer water. You're not making water, you're destroying it.
Here's the thing, this is flavored water, just like lemon water is flavored water. No, because that is filled with chemicals. Yeah, and here's a lemon. Calm the fuck down. Now again, a lot of people just don't want to call this water. They want to call it something else. I don't give a fuck. Call it whatever you want. What I'm saying is, how about you hydrate the way you like, and you let other people hydrate the way they like, because there is nothing wrong with wanting to flavor your water. Okay, bye.
Let's make a salad that I make every week. We are starting with some clean kale.
Looks like a lot.
It looks like a lot, but after we add our little drizzle of olive oil, you will see that it is really not that much.
Okay.
And girl, I'm not about to measure nothing.
Girl, I'm right there with you.
We are just gonna work it in.
Normally I'd raw dog it, but I'll try a hand condom.
Now we're going to make our dressing. I do make this in pieces because not everybody likes all the toppings, and I'm actually making this for everybody, so I can't be selfish.
Well, that's very thoughtful of you.
The juice of a whole lemon on there. You're gonna need, for this amount of kale, I'm gonna just do 2 avocados, even though I really don't need to, but I love the creaminess of the dressing when I have the avocados in it.
I also really like avocados. Ooh, but that had so many calories. Cool, I have this weird condition where I need those to live, so...
I prefer to squeeze it into this, like massage it into the salad like it's part of the dressing.
You know, that actually sounds really good.
I just cover the top of the salad with the nutritional yeast.
I'm not that surprised people don't know about it, but they really should. Very nutrient dense, gives a nice cheesy flavor, highly recommend.
In my opinion, you can never have too much nutritional yeast.
Agreed.
And then I just do a couple of shakes of salt. So now we are just gonna massage that in.
Going cream soda today, possibly my favorite diet.
So this is just what I have: cucumbers, tomatoes, onions. It changes based on what I have.
Yeah, that's really the way to do it.
I do not have sun-dried tomatoes.
Luckily, I do have these. So good.
So I'm actually using a sun-dried tomatoes bruschetta.
Ooh, that also sounds really good.
If you have like almonds or walnuts or something, that also adds a nice crunch.
I got a few walnuts left.
As long as you make sure you put the avocados, the lemon, the olive oil, nutritional yeast, and salt, you can pretty much do whatever toppings you want.
Man, having that avocado mixed in with everything is so nice. And then you get the lemon. I like this a lot.
You can add protein if that's your thing.
Definitely gonna go add some white beans to this, but other than that, delicious. Out of 10. Okay, bye.
This is a realistic what I eat in a day as a plus size girly.
Let's review her diet and give it a rating out of 10.
Oh, that's nice considering she asked for that. Oh wait, she didn't. At fucking all.
This morning we had everything bagels with vegetable cream cheese.
400 calories.
Oh, be careful guys. Bagels, you know, have calories if you didn't know.
For lunch, my girlfriend made this really creamy mac and cheese with veggies inside. It was so good.
Tasty and satisfying, but lacking in protein. 800 calories.
Exactly. If every meal doesn't have protein shoved up its butthole, then it's basically worthless.
And then later on I had some pretzels for a snack. And
400 calories.
And for dinner, my girlfriend and I had girl dinner, which is Caesar salad with chicken and french fries on the side.
Would be better with less dressing and a smaller fry portion. 700 calories.
Sorry to interrupt you there, McLovin, but did she say at some point she was trying to be in a calorie deficit or lose weight or something like that? Because I didn't hear it, so why exactly is less dressing better?
For dessert, we had Oreos.
200 calories. Total calories for the day around 2,500. This day is heavy on carbs and fat with limited protein. Rating 2 out of 10.
Well, that's definitely a better rating than I'd give your review. You know, it's honestly kind of sad that this has become the trend where you just critique what bigger people eat, specifically women. On a brighter note, the last video I did where a guy was doing something similar to this, he took his video down. So, not sure if I'm making a difference, but I try. Okay, bye. Ooh, are we making jalapeno pop? Oh, I guess maybe not. Oh, and for all of you that comment, wow, I can't believe you raw dog your countertop. Trust me, it's far from the worst thing I raw dog. Oh, probably should have read ahead. My bad, I actually do need one. To try and be funny and... Every time I cut jalapeno, I have to mentally note, do not scratch balls. Been there before. Oh, that smells so good. Dare I say, better than a jalapeno popper? Out of 10? Okay, bye.
Hi, let's discuss how I, a fat, help my kids have a better relationship with food than I obviously have. We do have good food and bad food. Good food is food that's safe to eat. Bad food is food that's rotten, spoiled, or you're allergic to. Yeah, that's bad. Don't eat that.
Also foods you don't like, which in my case is scallops. And before one of you numpties says something, I've had professional chefs make it for me. It still tastes like goddamn baby vomit, okay? Which is probably good because it costs like $30 a pound or something. I'll stick with my beans, thank you very much.
But in order to avoid assigning moral value to foods, we describe foods as good for our body. This helps make our bones strong or our strong muscles. It helps us see better. It makes good teeth. It's good, nutritious food that our body needs regularly. And we have brain foods. These are foods that make our brain really happy when we eat them. They're maybe not the most nutritious foods, but it's okay to eat things that your brain likes. Things like candy, chips, comfort foods. The trick is finding foods that are both, like grapes. Excellent source of nutrition, vitamins, all sorts of things that our body needs, like sugars. Yes, your body needs sugar. The diet industry has convinced you that sugar is the devil. It's not.
A positron emission tomography or PET scan picks up areas of your body that utilize high amounts of sugar. Do you want to see what your brain looks like? Yeah, it fucking runs on sugar. Sugar is not poison.
Now, will the grape ever taste as good as a piece of chocolate? To me, no, probably not. But I am deep in unwinding the damage diet culture has done. My kids see all three of these foods as good for different reasons. And this is just one small part of an overall conversation about what our bodies need, the fuel we choose to give our bodies, and what our bodies do with all the different types of fuel we can give it.
It always drives me crazy when people say food is good or bad. Good for what? For who? In what amounts? The answer to all these questions is, it depends. So anyone that says this, always good, and this, always bad, delicious by the way, doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about and is probably just trying to sell you some bullshit supplements. Okay, bye.
I don't give a fuck if these chips are made with red dye and various yellow dyes. I used to regularly take pressed ecstasy tablets on weekdays. My brain probably looks like a coral reef. Delicious. Don't be a pussy.
So if somehow you haven't seen, that is I don't give a fuck foods. And fun fact about him, he doesn't give a fuck. And you want to know something? I really wish I could insert some of his clips into the videos I get tagged in.
Oat milk. Okay, that is the biggest scam on the planet.
It has seed oils in it.
I don't give a fuck if this oat milk is full of seed oil and harmful pesticides. I used to crawl around on the carpet at 5 a.m. looking for remnants of crack rocks to smoke.
I would never touch an inorganic fruit because fruits absorb pesticides.
I don't really give a fuck if these strawberries are covered in pesticides. I spent a decade doing cocaine that was cut with glass shards and pool chlorine.
Listen, I'll go into the science behind why pesticides and seed oils are not harmful, but sometimes I think being told to just maybe give a little less of a fuck, it's warranted. Okay, bye.
In my bowl today, I've got pepperonis and Parmesan cheese.
If you can guess everything that comes after this, you need to go buy a lottery ticket because the chances of winning are about the same.
A little black pepper. Garlic powder is good for you. See them babies? Them is sardines, preserved lemon. Smell that. Anybody would like them right there. Now then, I'm gonna do some cottage cheese.
Any ideas on why I got tagged so much?
Now look at that. Cayenne pepper on there, just a little bit, not no whole lot. You don't want a bunch on there.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, you wouldn't want to ruin this.
Old Bay on there. Get you some that's got the mother in it. See, that's the mother.
Kind of fitting since I feel like calling my mother right now.
I got me some celery leaves.
Well, at least we're getting our greens, I guess.
Now, this is what makes it good. This is what makes it a smoothie.
Remember what I said at the beginning of the video? Looks like no one's buying a ticket.
About that much. About that much banana. Now she's a banana fish split. Hear me?
Oh, I heard. Trust me, hearing is not the problem.
You stir all that up.
You probably think we're done, right? Nope.
A little bit of salsa. Little gob right there. Now that's gonna be banana split salsa fish. And if you ain't never had that,
Peter, you and I are the first humans in all of history to have this.
You try it, I'm telling you. Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
I don't know where I could have went and got anything any better than this.
Hey honey.
No thanks.
You haven't even heard.
I've heard enough.
Mm-hmm.
Hug. Oh, thank you. Okay, Oakley's home. I give this, Peter, I'm impressed that you're able to eat this. Out of 10. Okay, bye.
The reason that we love buying dairy from the Amish is that they don't pasteurize their dairy. It's actually illegal to sell unpasteurized or raw milk in stores.
I've been seeing a lot of influencers tout the purported health benefits of drinking raw milk, and one thing you might not know is that cows also get tuberculosis, and they can give it to us. Like, this is a memoir by a woman named Gloria Paris who contracted tuberculosis in her bones from drinking raw milk. She endured countless surgeries, horrific pain, years of hospitalization, and this isn't like ancient history. She's still alive. As is Gail Perkins, who also wrote an excellent memoir about contracting spinal tuberculosis from drinking raw cow milk. There is a reason we pasteurize milk. In fact, there are a bunch of reasons.
Listen, I'm sure you're going to hear a lot of people talk about the benefits of drinking raw milk, but there is a reason that Louis Pasteur did what he did. The risk you take, however small that may be, means that drinking raw milk is not worth it.
Come make an extreme low-income dinner with me. Of course, car insurance came out early, so we were balling on an even tighter budget now for another week. That's okay. We will make it work, and we're gonna stay positive. Might struggle a little bit, but you know what? We all do sometimes.
So this is like the sweetest video ever. She goes on to make stuff with what she had. Corn, nutritional yeast, love that stuff. One of her followers actually bought it for her, speaking of which.
And it's from one of you guys, so thank you. We have Riley's my son. We have toddler socks and some trash bags. And there was colorful measuring cups, but my very, very amazing son decided that those were a toy, so I will get those back and watch them later. Thank you so much to Ashley. I do have a wish list in my bio. Absolutely nothing is necessary, but everything is so unbelievably appreciated right now.
I mean, seriously, how sweet is that? And to Abby, I just wanted to say thank you for showing people how to get by on an extremely tight budget. I've definitely been there before, and it's rough. So to say thank you, I went and purchased everything else you had in your Amazon wish list. I especially love the Paw Patrol costume. My daughter is obsessed. I think her second birthday theme in September is gonna have to be Paw Patrol. Please keep it up, Abby, and to everyone else, if you go show her some love, I would really appreciate it. Okay, bye.
You don't have any money, so you're gonna learn how to make cheese. Oh, but I don't have a cheesecloth. Did I ask you if you had a cheesecloth? I don't have any rennet. I want you to look me in my kind transgender eyes and ask me if you think I would ask you to go to the store and buy rennet.
It does not. And considering I also enjoy the title.
This is how to make cheese for people who don't know how to do anything and don't have anything and are bad at everything and fuck everything up all the time.
I gotta try.
First thing you're gonna do is boil your milk. I'm using a scratched Teflon pan because I want the cancer. I want it. I actually love it when there's cancer.
Well, you know what they say, fight fire with fire, so fighting cancer with cancer is really the only logical conclusion.
We're gonna boil it on a medium temperature, not a high temperature.
Okay, they go on to say don't burn it, but if you do, don't try and scrape what's burned off the bottom of the pan, just leave it.
It does not matter what kind. You can use low fat, you can use skim, you can use 2%.
Obviously, the higher fat content, the easier it is. If you have a low fat and you also have some like heavy cream or something, you can add a little bit of that.
Next, you're gonna need an acid. I have tried apple cider vinegar, white vinegar, and a lemon. I have not tried anything other than those.
People in the comments said said pickle juice works, which does sound interesting, but
Apple cider has made like my favorite flavors.
if it's their favorite, I'll try.
Once your milk is steaming and bubbling, that's totally fine. The boil need not roar.
Yeah, I think that's good. Turn off the heat.
You're just gonna ploop in your acid, your vinegar. How much? That's an excellent question. That's a really good question. Some.
Got it.
And then you are going to leave it. You are going to leave it. I actually had to go on a walk. Like 20 minutes. While you're waiting for your cheese to congeal, I'm gonna ask you a favor. My friend Allah Nabil lives in the Gaza Strip, and I don't know if you've ever made videos about that place, but the algorithm does not like them.
Oh, I have, and no, it does not. I can definitely try and tag them below, and also I'd be happy to donate $500 to their fundraiser.
And see, it's kind of when you push it to the side.
Whoa, cheese.
You're getting a heat-safe bowl. It is at this point, I would like for you to have a sieve. I would like for you to have a sieve, but we know that you don't have anything, dude. If you don't have a sieve, you can use a regular strainer. If you do that, you are going to need to do everything that I'm about to tell you about 3 times slower. Get a double layer of paper towels.
And if you find you like this, Walmart does have cheesecloths that are pretty inexpensive, of course, if you can afford it, but I'll try it like this. Huh, I didn't really get that much.
You will not have a lot.
Ah.
You're gonna do the whole process all over again. That she's not even close to spin.
You know, why not try pickle juice this time?
Second time, it actually separates for real, like the curds and the whey.
Yeah, that definitely worked, and it really does smell like pickles. Wow.
Let that drain for as long as you can. Now, what kind of cheese is this making? What is it similar?
So according to the comments, this is ricotta, but you can then make mozzarella if you add the whey to this while like stretching it, but again, that's actually pretty good. I made cheese. Ooh, that pickle's kind of nice too. I like this. I like the pickle. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be using this on something. Out of 10. Okay, bye.
I would not be putting these in my body if I cared about my health. I see these recommended all the time, but let's just look at these.
What a horrible take. Those kept my friend alive while she was going through chemo. We use those in the hospital all the time. So like, great, if you can get your nutrition other ways, awesome. But if not, if you're struggling with something, don't take advice from people like this. Those are perfectly acceptable to get the nutrients that you need to survive.
So, Kate blocked me long ago after I called her out for having, how you say, the worst takes. And honestly, I am kind of glad she did, because when people fearmonger things like infant formula or Ensure, it really gets under my skin, because again, these are life-saving products. And just like many pointed out in the comment section to her video, these drinks help people who are recovering from eating disorders. I mean, can you imagine recovering from something like that, and you finally get to the point where you have this one thing that'll help keep you alive, and you're just scrolling through TikTok and randomly this video pops up? I mean, just You know what really bothers me? These grocery store walkers, they do all this under the guise of just helping people, when in reality, they are doing serious damage to people's mental health, all to enrich themselves. So to all the grocery store walkers, I just need to reiterate, get fucked. To everyone else, have a nice day.
These hash browns right here, 70 calories per 84 grams.
These are just chopped up potatoes, cheap, nutritious, a great breakfast option, and potatoes are ranked as the most satiating food, so they're perfect for weight loss.
Popcorn, 100 calories per bag. Butter seasoning, 0 cal. Chili lime, 0 cal.
This entire bag is about 200 calories. Add some of this, you've got a fantastic low-calorie snack.
If you're lazy like me, this microwavable rice will come in handy for you. They also have cheaper versions. Great value is always cheaper. And I hate when people shit on great value, because I do great value like everything all the time.
Thank you. Store brands are more affordable and often the same exact thing.
I love mozzarella parskim cheese, 80 calories, love it. Making street tacos with these are awesome. These are 25 calories a piece, and I got some taco holders.
You guys ask me all the time, how do I incorporate more beans? Get some of these, add some cheese, peppers, onions, whatever you want.
All these syrups, way too much calories. Great value sugar-free syrup, 15 calories. I love this stuff, man.
So don't get me wrong, maple syrup is so good, but if you're trying to lose weight, 2 tablespoons has over 100 calories. So normally I get this one, but Walton Farms also makes one that's pretty good. It's just more expensive.
Right there, even though I love you, right there.
Okay, I know you did not just insult my Takis. Although I do get it because they are pretty high in calories, which is why I usually get them in the small packages, because 150 calories ain't so bad.
These zesty pickles, 0 calorie, they'll get you by. I love banana peppers, bro.
If you have a Kroger, they sell hot banana peppers. So good.
Big John's pickled eggs, bro. 70 calories, just like a normal egg.
I have never actually had a pickled egg. How are they?
Apple pie.
Well,
At least it's not cottage cheese. Add the juice of half a lemon.
you know, when I heard apple pie for Thanksgiving, this is not exactly what I had in mind.
Add a teaspoon of
little bit of vanilla.
Then mix together 1 cup of sugar and 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. Evenly sprinkle it over your pie. Do not stir. Do not stir.
It's snowing.
Just like that. Do not stir, y'all. Now you need some butter.
Is anybody else coming for Thanksgiving?
Sprinkle on some cinnamon, just a little bit.
Oh yeah, cinnamon, I'm sure will bring this all together.
Protect your crust. Use some foil if you ain't got one of these.
Protect a disaster? I don't think so.
Now bake it at 400 for 30 minutes. Reduce the heat to 375 and bake it for another 30 minutes.
And now we pray to whoever will listen.
Let it cool, refrigerate it, then you can cut it.
Okay, now you go try it.
I do not want to try that.
Well, too bad. I did the last part, now you do the eating part.
You set me up.
Who set who up is not important. What's important is you get over there and try that.
It's fighting back. That's actually pretty good.
No, I mean, no way, no way.
No lie.
You know, it's a little, like the texture's a little, there's something there.
Oh,
it's a little like gelatinous.
The texture awful. It is silicone. But the taste.
It's apple-y.
Yeah. It is.
And you get the cinnamon?
No doubt. It's still depressing.
It's not an apple pie.
No.
It's no apple pie I've ever had before. I'm telling you, throw some apples in there.
Yeah.
Just throw some apples in there. This is, I'd eat a slice.
I would too. I'd actually eat a slice of this.
Out of 10.
Out of 10.
Okay, bye. Important is you try the bean pie. Well, bean pie. I said bean pie.
How to get more food out of your food. You can eat every part of this watermelon,
including the sticker?
Except for the sticker. Don't eat that.
Ah, okay. It's good to have clarification this time.
First, you gotta wash it, dry it with a clean towel, and then peel off all the dark green skin. Discard any bits of skin that have bad vibes, like weird blemishes or sticker residue, and then blend the rest with just enough water to make it smooth. What you'll get is something that has similar nutritional makeup to wheatgrass shots, but I'm not into wheatgrass shots. So here's what I do. Pour these into ice cube trays, freeze, and then use these cubes in smoothies for a good source of antioxidants, vitamins, and chlorophyll.
Yeah, that seems like a better idea. Maybe just use a little bit of it. Okay, next he shows a way to cut a watermelon so you get these cool little like watermelon sticks. I like that idea, but it's what's after that that I find quite interesting.
For extra credit, you can make watermelon rind kimchi. I'll teach you a base recipe that you can customize however you want. For every pound of rind, add half a tablespoon of salt, mix and let sit for 30 minutes before mixing again and waiting another 30 minutes. Then thoroughly wash the rinds with fresh cool water to get rid of excess salt, and then for every pound of rind, add 1 tablespoon of rice wine vinegar, 2 minced garlic cloves, 2 tablespoons of gochugaru,
which for that, I bought this. I think it's the right stuff. I'm pretty sure a lot of Asian markets sell it as well.
and a 1/4 cup of watermelon juice. This base recipe is vegan and gluten-free, but from here you can add other vegetables like onions, carrots, or ginger.
Oh, that smells really good. Okay, the flavor's good. That garlic and the spice level is perfect. It is very crunchy. I probably wouldn't want to eat a bunch on its own. Probably have it with like rice or something, which probably that's how you're supposed to eat it, or maybe not. I don't know. Out of 10. Okay, bye.
My dad's the highest paid nutritionist in California, yet no one believes him when he says these things. If you drink coconut water daily, it'll get rid of your face fat due to its high potassium content.
No.
Rid of all your expensive creams, just start using beef tallow as your moisturizer. It's 5 times more effective at getting rid of acne scars than retinol.
No.
You drink watermelon juice in the morning, it'll give you more energy than actual coffee does.
Nope.
And ladies, start eating those pomegranate seeds because it'll make your tatas less saggy and actually perkier.
No.
Bomb tea is amazing to snatch your waist.
No.
But my favorite hack that my dad has got me on is definitely taking colostrum powder. Take it every single morning in my water. It doesn't taste like anything and it keeps me de-bloated the entire day. Plus, because it helps with your gut biome. It'll clear up your skin, make your hair grow longer, your nails grow longer. and is amazing for immunity too. This is the one he recommends to all his clients.
Well, considering the only link in her profile leads to that product, I think I might know why she made this video. 357,000.3 people liked this video.
Hey, it's me from later. That video blew up so much, I'm getting tagged in stuff like this.
My dad's one of the highest paid nutritionists in Florida, yet no one believes him when he tells them these things. If you drink coconut water daily...
Yep, people are basically copying it word for word and then linking stuff in the TikTok shop. You know what? I'm doing this all wrong. Fuck it. You know the problem you're having that's causing all the issues? That can be solved by, activated charcoal. Link in bio, $8,000. Perfect. I think that should work just fine. Okay, bye.
Did you know that if you soak a few dates in some warm milk for about 10 minutes and then blend it into a fine puree along with a little bit of vanilla extract and a pinch of salt, you get the most incredible salted caramel sauce?
Ooh.
And if you mix this with a shot of espresso or some really strong instant coffee and then pour it into a tall glass filled with lots of ice and some milk, you get one of the best iced salted caramel lattes ever. You can also just mix this in with some hot milk if you prefer a hot cup of coffee.
Let me tell you, the whole family's come down with this cold thing where we got the sore throat and all that, and this is quite soothing. But honestly, I think I like this on its own even more. It doesn't taste exactly like caramel. It tastes more like, you know, dates. Shocking, right? But you put over yogurt, a bunch of things. I don't know. It's really good. Definitely go try this. Oh, just make sure you get the ones that are already pitted or remove the pit yourself. Speaking from experience. Oh, 8.5 out of 10. Okay, bye. You know, this video really goes to show how people can get mad at basically anything. This creator actually had to turn her comments off. That's how shitty people were being. Really? Over a Tetris lunch? Personally, I think it's a super cool idea. I decided to get the entire set because I make a lot of recipes and it's tough for me to finish all of them. This way, I just freeze it and in, you know, 6 months when I don't have anything to eat, Bob's your uncle. Bob's your uncle, that's... Boy, that's a weird idiom. Out of 10? Okay, bye. Finally, someone gets it. It is literally this simple, and let me show you how easy it is. Hershey bar, invented in the year 1900, good to go. But, I mean, come on. Milky Way literally says celebrating 100 years on the packaging because it was invented in 1923. That is how easy this diet is. Now, would I prefer Snickers? Of course, but that wasn't invented until 1930, so we're gonna have to wait another 5 years. You have to make some sacrifices on this diet. Baby Ruth, 1921. Fun fact, actually named after President Grover Cleveland's daughter, not the baseball player. I didn't know that. You can even say, nobody better lay a finger on my Butterfinger, because also 1923. Lifesavers, 1912. Side note from this bit I'm doing, I actually really like hard candies like this, but I feel like that's because I'm an 80-year-old in the body of a 33-year-old. Back to the bit. And finally, after waiting, because it was invented in 1925, I get to try Charleston Chew. Oh, well, guess I waited for nothing. No, but real talk, I find these videos pretty stupid. Just because something is processed doesn't make it unhealthy, and you can still eat candy as part of a healthy diet. You just have to have it in moderation. Which is why I actually really like the fun size packages. Okay, bye.
As the 26-year-old on a calorie deficit.
My thoughts? Oh, I would say the person doing the critiquing needs a little critiquing.
One of those days, I'm opening a Dr. Pepper Zero. You the ASMR.
Not the best choice. You're probably better off drinking some water, okay? Just regular water.
So fun fact, in studies where people drank diet soda, they consumed fewer calories at a meal than those that drank water. Does that mean you should never drink water and only drink diet soda? Obviously, water is icky. Both are fine options. drink whatever you like. Now this video is pretty long, so I'm gonna speed run through the rest of this. She has yogurt, carrots, and a protein brownie for breakfast, which of course he complains about the artificial sweeteners and preservatives people who lack education in nutrition usually do. And then for lunch she has some fried foods, which I totally agree are not the healthiest option, but I do want to note one thing.
The ranch is all carbs and the ketchup is all sugar.
What ranch are you buying that's all carbs? Just very curious about that. And finally, for dinner, she goes to Sonic, gets a couple fast food items, which brings me to the main point I want to talk about.
She says she eats 1,700 calories today, but even if it was 1,700 calories, all those calories are majority carbs and fat. She's not gonna lose weight because the quality of her calorie is so poor.
Yes, if you are trying to be healthy and feel your best, focusing on whole, nutrient-dense foods is the way to go. However, as Professor Halb showed us who ate nothing but Twinkies and other ultra-processed foods and lost almost 30 pounds doing so, it really doesn't matter where the calories come from. For fat loss specifically, you need a certain amount of energy every day, and if you don't get that, your body will use fat to keep you alive. So if she is actually eating roughly 1,700 calories and she does that consistently, she will lose weight. So yes, I recommend focusing on whole foods because not only will you feel better, it'll make being in a calorie deficit even easier, but you can still have fast food and all that stuff and achieve your fat loss goals. Okay, bye.
I know you thirsty, my boy. I'm about to show you how to make a bomb agua de pepino. So for this, I'm gonna take half the skin off of one pepino. Make sure to wash it good, don't be nasty. Now that you washed off all the grime and filth off your pepinos, we're gonna remove the booty ends because nobody likes the booty.
So obviously he has a bunch, but the recipe says just use 2. Must be making a big batch.
Now you can keep the whole skin, but I like to remove half of it just so the drink becomes a little smoother. This is fine. And don't throw away the peels, you can give it to the dog.
Hey, Tor, what do you think? Yeah, that's kind of what I thought.
Obviously a blender can't handle all of this, so we're gonna do this in batches.
Well, luckily I can fit 2 in here.
A little bit of that sugary.
And if you're doing it this way, half a cup. Oakley's a daycare. 5 cups for those following along.
Some lime juice to balance out that sweetness.
2 limes.
Can't have a drink without ice. Cucumbers and lime.
Man, that's good. Listen, we all knew this was gonna be good, right? But it's even better than you expect. It's ultra super mega refreshing. Out of 10. Okay, bye.
I have my master's in nutrition, and this is my favorite way to eat more veggies. Welcome back to Healthy Recipes for Lazy Bitches, where I make healthy eating not suck. What a concept, I know. Today we are meal prepping one of my favorite scoopable salads. Also, if you're a lazy bitch and you don't have a veggie chopper.
Which is me, so I'm glad you're giving advice on that. What do you recommend I do in...
What are you doing?
I guess wasting time. I don't need to.
To our veggie chopper today, we are adding cucumber, red bell pepper, and a shallot.
Best veggie choppers currently on sale.
I just heated up 2 bags of frozen corn on the stove a little bit ago, and then I let it sit in the fridge, so this is nice and cold now. This is fire roasted corn.
My store didn't have any fire roasted corn. I know you can make it yourself, but this street corn sounds good, so.
1 can of black beans.
I thought it was 2 cans. Oh no.
Then we're gonna add our veggies. Any cheese you want. My favorite is feta cheese.
I am also a fan. Whoa!
Then we're gonna add in some light mayonnaise. Now, if you're not a mayonnaise person, you could sub this out for plain Greek yogurt.
Yeah, I've done that. It's just not the same. If you're gonna use yogurt, mix some mayo with it. That can work.
The juice of 1 lime. Then we add in a lot of salt, garlic powder, and some onion powder, a little bit of chili powder as well.
But if you like heat, jalapeno in this. I just don't have any.
I also add avocado to this, but when I'm meal prepping it, I add it before I eat it so it doesn't get brown. And I already cut up my avocados.
So I find the avocado stays good long enough, but then again, I also finished this in like 2 days, so.
And my favorite way to eat this is with tortilla chips.
Well, I already have the street corn in there, so that sounds good. Damn, that's good. These are the recipes I'll make over and over. Super easy to put together, tastes great, nutritious, and you get so much food. Out of 10. Okay, bye.
If you don't like eating veggies, this video is for you. As a dietitian, one of the most common things I hear is that people don't like vegetables. And honestly, I totally get it. Which is why I always recommend preparing them in different ways. For example, make a chopped salad box and use this as a dip for your chips. I'm using cabbage, cucumber, broccoli, avocado. I'm just gonna top this with chickpeas and pumpkin seeds. And now I'm just gonna coat all of this green goodness in this green goddess dressing. I came up with that line. That was pretty bad, wasn't it? Store-bought dressing because I'm not in a Gordon Ramsay kind of mood. Don't worry if you're the same way. Using store-bought dressings will not take away from the nutrient density of your meal.
You know what this reminded me of? One of my favorite videos by Jamie.
If putting chicken nuggets on your salad helps you eat more vegetables, chicken nuggets are a healthy choice. Nutrition is not black and white. You don't need to be perfect.
Most people would see this as healthy and this as unhealthy. That is not how I see it, because if you are not going to eat this by itself, then it's not very healthy. But if adding this to this helps you eat it, then it is a healthy choice. And if anyone tries to give you shit about that, again, just ask them how many calories are in the bag of dicks they scarf down their throat every day. Now, personally, instead of scooping, I like to just do that. Pretty good, but even after using this dill pickle ranch, it's still definitely calling out for more pickle. So, add that. Okay, bye.
I'm gonna do a grocery haul on someone that lost over 130 pounds. Let's get started. All right, cottage cheese, 320 calories, 56 grams of protein.
Normally, I'm a fan of generic, because it's cheaper, but Good Culture, if you can afford it, it's well worth it.
Yogurt, 15 grams of protein apiece.
I agree.
Of course, chicken breast. 99 lean, 1% fat, ground turkey.
All lean meats are great. Pick your favorite.
Honestly, any frozen veggie is fine.
Typically, I buy the store brand because it's a little bit cheaper, but if you're looking for something more substantial, Bird's Eye makes these power blends, which are really good, and always check the clearance section.
It's gonna be the Halo Top peanut butter, just because it has 18 grams of protein, it's only 330 calories.
While that is the best Halo Top flavor, if you can find Nix or Enlightened, I swear they just put Haagen-Dazs in there.
These specific tortillas, nothing else.
I definitely agree. Obviously, each one of these has 50 calories and 11 grams of fiber. However, Carb Counter also makes these little ones that are each 20 calories, but the taste, not quite as good.
So we're getting some tuna, you know, just a light amount of tuna. These are fantastic for to-go meals.
I agree. Also, you don't even have to worry about mercury. Yes, I will tag that video again. And I also love these. This ginger sesame from Walmart is my favorite. Just be aware, some do add extra oils, which will increase the calories.
Best zero sugar drink on the market is the strawberries and cream.
Okay, this one, strong disagree. Don't get me wrong. I have it. If they make it, I have it. But my favorites lately, Mountain Dew Code Red Zero, which is hard to find. And if you can't find it, Sunkist Zero.
If putting chicken nuggets on your salad helps you eat more vegetables, chicken nuggets are a healthy choice. If putting cookies in your lunch helps you to feel satisfied and not overeat after you eat your lunch, that's a healthy choice. If choosing white bread over whole grain bread as a part of a balanced breakfast helps you to not hate your breakfast, it's a healthy choice. Nutrition is not black and white. You don't need to be perfect.
If putting ranch and cheese on your veggies helps you eat more vegetables, it's a healthy choice. Listen, I know you've been taught this is healthy and this is unhealthy, but if I ate a diet of nutrient-dense foods and then I ate one of these, is this going to negatively affect my health in any way? No. So how is it unhealthy? But Liam, if you ate too much of this, it would be unhealthy. Yeah, and if I ate only this would be unhealthy. But Liam, people are more likely to overeat foods like this. Yes, and that's why a lot of my videos are based around helping people eat more foods like this. I mean, I'm really just trying to get you away from this dichotomous good, bad, black and white thought process, because all foods can fit into a healthy diet. Also, shirts now available to help spread that message.
If you ate 1,000 calories a day of just donuts, you will get fat. And I replied to the comment, I'm like, I disagree. It's not even, it's purely thermodynamics. His body needs 2,500 calories to operate and stay the same weight. So if he eats 2,000 calories worth of Skittles, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, chocolate milk, protein shakes, egg, whatever, if he eats 2,000 calories total at the end of the day, he will lose weight. And if he ate 3,000 calories worth of chicken, rice, vegetables, salads, like conventionally healthy foods, he's still gonna gain weight.
So this isn't even a debate anymore. I mean, take Professor Haub, who ate nothing but Doritos, Oreo snack cakes, all that good stuff, lost 27 pounds, and improved some of his health markers. He did that by staying in a calorie deficit, just like how recently Mulligains is going on a challenge of eating as much sugar as possible while still staying in a calorie deficit and still losing fat. You're gonna hear a lot of people talk about insulin, Cortisol, starvation mode. At the end of the day, you will lose or gain weight according to calories in versus calories out. That is not me saying it is easy. That is not me saying you should only eat chips and Oreos. Please try and be less dense. Of course, if you focus on whole foods, losing weight will not only be easier, but you will feel better. Okay, bye.
So I stopped eating meat about 8 years ago, but I didn't give it up because I don't like the taste of meat. In fact, I love the taste of a steak or a burger. And since giving it up, I've tried a lot of the alternatives, but there's one ingredient that you can actually cook at home, and you'd be very surprised at how meaty it tastes, and that is the mighty mushroom.
How is that a mushroom?
To be precise, it's a lion's mane mushroom.
Which, let me tell you, not the easiest thing to find.
It's got quite a neutral taste, so to give it some meaty flavour and colour, we make a marinade from beetroot juice, soy sauce, and a few other herbs and spices. And to get the mushroom looking like a steak, first you have to fry them to get some colour.
Never actually had lion's mane before.
And once they're nice and flat, you cover them in the marinade and let them absorb all the flavours for a bit. For this sandwich, I'm making quick pickled red onions.
Welcome to my new series, Basic Bitches, where we're going over the basics.
1/2 cup of apple cider vinegar, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 tablespoon sugar, handful of peppercorns, 1/2 cup of boiling water. Stir, pour, smush.
And I've also done a homemade mayo with whole grain mustard and parsley.
Might have gone a little heavy on the parsley, but it's okay.
After the mushrooms are marinated, we're frying them one more time before cutting them up into strips.
Unfortunately, the marinade didn't penetrate very well into there. I left it for a while, I don't know.
And loading up our sandwich with the mustard mayo, fresh rocket.
I have to admit, I do prefer the British word for arugula. Rocket's pretty good.
The mushroom steak chunks.
Oh, it tastes good though.
Pickled onions, fresh parsley, and crispy onions.
I mean, I'd say that looks like a pretty good sandwich. Oh, hey squirrel, how you, oh, looking for nuts? Bye. Oh man, yeah, the mushrooms definitely have like the meaty texture, you know what I'm talking about? Oh, and the rocket and parsley give it that freshness that pairs super well with the pickled onions. I like this a lot. Listen, meat eater or not, if you can get your hands on some lion's mane mushroom, you should definitely try this. Out of 10. Okay, bye.
Yo, this tastes like dog.
I think I just found the best place for toast. Come with me to try Vancouver's best kept secret. A hidden gem located in someone's basement. This is a family-ran restaurant that's been open for 30 minutes, so you know it's authentic and one of a kind.
That is really how it goes, but I get it because the money these companies offer you to promote their products is, let's just say, significant. The problem with them. So bad. Oh, that's one of the worst things I've ever had. Holy shit. Oh, I would much rather take far less money to promote something I actually enjoy. Like beans. You guys think I get sponsored by Bush's? I just want to be able to say I'm sponsored by Big Bean. Everybody tag Bush's. I had 10. Okay, bye.
I'm in an 800 calorie deficit and I'm always hungry. So here's 3 low calorie foods that I've been eating that make me feel stuffed. Spring rolls. When I say you need to eat spring rolls, I mean it. It is by far the most filling thing on this list. If I eat 12 of these spring rolls, it comes out to less than 700 calories, but I feel like I've just eaten over 1200 calories. This is extremely high in protein if you add some shrimp, beef, or chicken, since the rest of the roll is just veggies and rice paper, which comes out to less than 20 calories per roll.
You know, I never even thought about spring rolls, but that is such a great idea. I will say just watch whatever dips or sauces you use, because tamari, soy sauce, mustard, whatever low calorie ones are great. But once you start getting more into the yum sauces and whatnot, the calories add up quick.
Potatoes. If you're always eating rice with your meat, switch to potatoes. I know that's crazy to say as a Korean, but trust me, they're pretty low in calories and really filling.
So I talk about how potatoes are the most satiating food a lot, but one thing to keep in mind, just because it's in a different form doesn't take away from that. You can find frozen fries, hash browns that add little to no oil, so they're still low in calories.
Rice cakes. Everyone hates on these, but try this recipe I recently made. Some Greek yogurt and mix it with some maple syrup to taste like tart yogurt with some frozen berries on top of a caramel or apple cinnamon rice cake is the sweet, tarty, low calorie treat that I never knew I needed. Just look at how much you get and you can already imagine it's pretty filling.
Yeah, so I'm not a huge fan of biting directly into frozen berries, so I probably use not frozen ones, but other than that, it's great. So yeah, go try it out.
Let me preface this by saying we love Raisin Canes, but there's one problem I have.
Oh, I know this one. It's because after I moved, the closest one to me is 2 hours away.
What am I supposed to do with 2 tiny cups of sauce?
Oh yeah, That makes more sense.
And before you get after me and say, oh, if you need so much sauce, why don't you buy the cup of sauce? Because I lack the self-confidence to tell this 16-year-old behind the counter that I need a 24-ounce to-go cup of what's essentially fancy mayonnaise so I can dip my fingers in it when I get home and shove them down my throat.
Not to mention having 3,000 calories of a super delicious sauce seems a little dangerous.
So I guess we're gonna make it.
Ah, well then I guess we'll just make our own super delicious 3,000 calorie sauce.
We're gonna start off with some mayonnaise.
Duke's is a really good one. I don't have any. How do we feel about QP? QP Canes? Canes P? I don't know.
And now ketchup. Some of that good old Southern style wash your sister sauce.
So I usually get generic, but everyone tells me that this is the best wash your sister sauce, and every other one is just a cheap imitation at trying to wash your sister.
Grated garlic.
Oh, can I use?
And no, you can't use garlic powder instead, because you deserve better.
Oh.
A pinch of salt and fresh black pepper.
Oh.
Yes.
I didn't feel like driving 2 hours, but I do have some of my daughter's broccoli littles. Wow. This makes me feel a little less bad about moving so far away from Cane's. Out of 10. Okay, bye.
I have a $35 budget to see if I can buy a week's worth of groceries at Dollar Tree.
Okay, let's see if you can do better than my recent Dollar Tree haul. Wait, what account is this? Dollar Tree dinners. Fuck.
$35 equals out to about $5 a day, and I still feel like that's a relatively reasonable price to feed a single individual. Now, as is common practice with all of my budget grocery videos, I only shop at one Dollar Tree on one given day, and the only things I can use from home are oil, salt, and pepper. One other thing that I do differently from other budget content creators is I try to keep in mind that not everyone that's on a budget necessarily has hours on end to spend in the kitchen cooking food. And one final note is that I don't like calling these videos a challenge because someone out there only has $35 a week to spend on groceries, and this is geared to help those individuals, so I feel like calling it a challenge sometimes makes a game out of someone's lifestyle. With all that being said, welcome to Budget Grocery Week number 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are on a budget, I cannot recommend this channel enough. She shows you how to take all these things and turn them into delicious, nutritious meals that are not hard to make at all. Oh, and also for the people about to comment about how all this is processed and unhealthy and all that stuff, get fucked. That is all.
These foods will make you die sooner. Processed meat.
Why eating tomatoes is dangerous.
Spinach, not healthy for you, full of oxalates.
Bread is never healthy. Processed wheat is inflammatory and damages your metabolism.
Fruit is just sugar, just like any other sugar. Don't think it's because it's natural sugars, it's better for you.
How to photosynthesize.
Carefully place a metal straw into some frosting like this. Carefully remove it. And then place that right into your favorite cake. This is a chocolate cake. I'm now taking some extra icing and I'm spreading that up and down the metal straw, just like that.
You know, sometimes you have to, as they say, trust the process.
Then take some Kit Kat bars. I'm breaking these up individually and placing these on the side of the cake like this.
So I kind of ran out of Kit Kat.
Next, I have some M&Ms. And then adding that to the top of the cake. You want to add a lot of M&Ms for this, so I went ahead and got a family size pack too.
Okay, this one I was prepared for.
And now I am adding these to the straw. That's why you wanted the frosting there. And then we're going to put the smaller pack right on top like this. And now we have a fun optical illusion M&M cake.
Okay, mine might not look quite as good, but hey, I'm still happy with it. Oh, and somebody in the comments said you could use more M&Ms instead of Kit Kats for a waterfall effect. So that's why I ran out on purpose to try that. Forgot a fork. Yeah, this is just as good as you think it is. You know what I also love about this? It's guilt-free, and if you know why, put that in the comments. Out of 10. Okay, bye.
Today we're making 2-ingredient watermelon sorbet.
And when this creator says 2 ingredients, she means it.
The watermelon, cut it in half. I'm gonna use a spoon to scoop out the flesh. And we're gonna freeze these until it's solid.
There we go. Perfect.
My watermelon has frozen and it is rock hard. Let's blend it all together. Add your frozen watermelon. It's stuck.
Yeah, no kidding.
And we're gonna add some honey for sweetness.
See? 2 ingredients.
And now we blitz.
To the basement.
Halfway through, give it a mix. Keep blitzing until it's super smooth.
Man, that took a while.
And now we put it into our watermelon bowl.
Well, I guess I could have made more. That's really good though. This is such a great summertime snack. A while ago I did her mango sorbet. I think I like that one a little bit more. Plus it was easier since I was able to buy frozen pre-cut mango. And you can basically do it with any fruit. So I give this a must try for the summer. Out of 10. Okay, bye.
Before eating the Tiffany plate, let's assemble our lunch together. We have our chicken apple sausage, 2 apple slices, 3 strawberry, 3 lollipop tomatoes, half of a celery stick, baby cucumber.
So first, all the people that are saying that this is a lot of food, which is the reason I got tagged in this, yeah, I kind of feel like that's the point. It's a lot of nutrient-dense, low-calorie food. So while I don't know what the total calories are, it's not a whole lot. Now I do feel like 1 Brussels sprout is interesting to say the least, especially if it's raw. I mean, hey, if you like it raw, then... Let's just move on. Of course, many are talking about the cottage cheese mustard combo. I'm sure I've tried worse. I don't have yellow mustard though. I thought I did. I only have this guy. And you know what's underrated? Snow peas. You know, of all the cottage cheese recipes I've tried, and that's a lot of them, it's far from the worst. To the most important part of this though, I figured with everyone trying this, I would check out the original. So I look up Tiffany and this pops up. Yeah, I'm blocked. Why? You got me. I've never had an interaction with them before, never even heard of them before, and this seems like a pretty neat idea, so maybe it's artificial sweeteners? I feel like that's a reason a lot of people block me, but if you guys figure it out, definitely let me know. Curious. Eki bye.
For this ice cream, you could have this entire jug of peanut butter cup protein ice cream with the same amount of calories and 5 times the protein. To make it, add fat-free milk, almond milk, vanilla protein, butterscotch pudding mix, and sweetener to your pint. Mix it with a hand blender and freeze overnight. Now you're ready for the best part. Lock and load. Light ice cream function on the creamy takes 3 minutes and you're gonna wind up with a nice little butterscotch biscuit tank. Mash a hole and fill it with 3 crushed up Reese's Thins and throw it back on the mix-ins function. Top with 1 more crushed Reese's Thins, some Reese's Pieces, and if you're feeling frisky, a little PB drizzle.
So Noah, couldn't help but notice you said butterscotch in your video, but in the description it says use white chocolate pudding mix. I was gonna get upset, but then you did pronounce Reese's correctly, so I'll give you a pass. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I was a little skeptical, a little hesitant on the whole Ninja Creamy situation. I thought maybe it was mostly hype. No, it is 100% worth the hype. I am so glad I picked this up at Sam's Club. I mean, seriously, if I got this at an ice cream shop, I would be more than happy with this. So, absolutely, 10 out of 10. K by you.
Okay, I need an excuse to make more.
Wait, you can make this stuff? Apparently, yeah. And the first thing you need is a whole head of garlic, roughly chopped.
Now take a large shallot and thinly slice on a finger death trap.
You know how aioli is just fancy mayonnaise? I kind of feel like shallots are just fancy onions. Nope.
Now in a separate bowl, combine gochugaru,
2/3 of a cup. No wonder this stuff is spicy.
chili flakes,
Another 2/3. Wow.
shiitake mushroom powder,
Not easy to find, by the way. Ian, thank you for sending me on a wild mushroom chase.
optional MSG,
Optional.
sugar, and some grated ginger. Now in a small pot, add in your neutral oil,
And I get to open a fresh batch of seed oils. This day is getting better and better.
add in your garlic and shallots, and slowly bring your heat up to 350.
Do not.
Heat and then add.
Or what? It's gonna climb out of the pot and go
Well,
everywhere.
you'll end up with this. Once that garlic and shallot is nicely golden, carefully strain it. Bring that oil back up to temp, and then carefully pour it over your spices. Now add a little soy sauce, and a little bit of rice vinegar. And you can't forget the sesame seeds.
Wow, 2 almost empty containers.
And once it's cooled, add in our fried garlic and shallots.
Should probably put this over something, but eh. Ooh. Ooh. That's good. Like, don't get me wrong, this is still really good, but this is something special. If you have the ability, make this out of 10. Okay, bye.
If you add honey, spices, and cherry tomatoes to a baking tray, cover them with puff pastry, brush with egg,
I'm assuming I cut circles out of this. I don't really know what I'm doing.
and bake for 20 minutes.
Ooh, check it out. This definitely helped.
You'll get this golden, crispy,
Oh, I don't think I poked holes in them. Shit.
and caramelized tomato tart tatin.
Well, that didn't really seem to help too much. Did I use the wrong puff pastry or something? I don't know.
Close enough. Oh, that's good. I don't know what a tart tatin is, but whatever it is, I think I need to look into it because this is good. Out of 10? Okay, bye.
What I eat in a day as a dancer.
Well, we're beginning without a body check, so we're already off to a great start.
For breakfast today, I had some Honeycrisp organic apple, English muffin with butter, banana slices, and a hard-boiled egg.
Love this breakfast. I will say I'm not going to pay extra for organic, especially since Honeycrisp are already so expensive. Don't get me wrong, they're worth it. They're the best apple, but organic isn't any safer, so I'm not going to pay extra money, but yeah, great breakfast.
For lunch, I had my favorite lemon, chicken, and arugula salad from Trader Joe's. Shake it up, shake it up! Okay, after that, oh, I'm so cute, I'm eating it. You know I had to follow it up with some Ruffles for balance, right? Everything in moderation.
And she said the name of the podcast Rob and I do? She already gets a 10 out of 10, but we'll keep going.
And then I also had some banana, the other half from breakfast.
Thank you. Sometimes I don't finish the banana that goes on my breakfast in the morning, so I eat it later on, and people make fun of me for that.
Then while running errands, it was snack time. I had some seaweed, these are my favorite. Then I had a blueberry granola bar. Then I also had some applesauce. Oh, so good. And then I had some orange Gatorade.
You know, at first I wasn't a fan of the seaweed snacks, but they eventually grow on you, like dark chocolate or digging for treasure in your backyard.
For dinner, I had an arugula salad, barbecue chicken pizza, and basil pesto pizza from Trader Joe's frozen section. This totally didn't make me poop a lot. What did you eat today?
Kinda feeling like it made her poop a lot. Anyway, fantastic day. 12 out of 10. So in today's episode of Absolutely the Fuck Not, we have this recipe which is made with, what was it again?
Overripe pear.
Right. I could think of a different descriptor, but sure. Most of this guy's account is dedicated to fart maxing, which I get sent and asked about a lot. I'm so glad he's found a passion. It's not mine. It's certainly not mine. But I'm glad he's found one. Oh, I'd also like to add this. Because a chocolate and cottage cheese covered sweet potato mukbang is something I'm also very much gonna have to pass on. Out of 10. Okay, bye.
This is your monthly reminder that you can microwave a Baby Bell and it turns into a little like cheese fondue. Yeah.
So I'm actually a little sad about this one.
Also, there is I have a specific little tray that I use that it used to come free with Baby Bells.
Apparently it was like a limited time thing in the UK and now I can't get it. How am I supposed to get my microplastics now?
I do about 30 seconds in the microwave, but everyone's watts are different. So what works for you might not what work for me. I am gonna have mine with a little pickle dipped in it. Now, I might have missed my moment, it's gone a bit cold. Oh my gosh, it looks like little Mary having a little baby, or a little shepherd boy.
Yeah, there's a bunch of comments about that and they're all pretty funny.
Hot. Just a reminder, it's a good little snack, everyone.
It is a good little snack. I also have some different varieties of Baby Bells, so I'm gonna go try these. Out of 10. Okay, bye. Complain? No. Order again? Also no. Out of 10. Okay, bye.
The over-under for today is 100 strawberries. Here's everything I ate today.
I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but yeah, Noah really loves his adjectives.
5 suspiciously sweet strawberries, sneaky strawberries, situational strawberries, savage strawberries, stout strawberries, snarky strawberries, supercilious strawberries, 7 satiating strawberries.
But anyway,
bringing us to 104 on the day.
As far as the fiber, not as much as I thought. Ready for this? 25 grams, which I guess is enough for what a woman needs in a day, but it's over 100 strawberries. I thought it'd be more. Blackberries and raspberries do have more by weight though, so if you wanted to up it, you could introduce some frivolous, fibrous berries. Out of 10. Okay, bye.
I'm shocked to report that the best buffalo chicken dip I've ever had has no chicken in it. Big Fiber will be pleased. We're using white beans instead.
I like when I can open up the comment section and go, yeah, that makes sense.
2 cans actually. One will be blended up into the base of the dip along with buffalo sauce, cream cheese, sour cream.
They say you can do sour cream or Greek yogurt, so I'm gonna do a little bit of both.
Ranch seasoning, salt, and pepper. We also added a splash of water to slightly thin it out.
I don't think mine needs it.
The blended up beans not only add nutritional goodness, but they really up the creamy factor of the dip.
And no, blending the beans does not affect the fiber. The amount of times I have to answer that.
And don't worry, baking it at 375 for about 20 minutes removes the grainy texture and leaves you with a smooth, highly addictive dip.
Yeah, I'd say that looks pretty good.
I honestly don't miss the chicken.
Throw a little bit of that on there, why not? Chips are a little stale, but protein chips, yeah, also good. I like this a lot. Shocking, no one. Yeah, even if you don't like beans, I think you could just do the 1 can of blended beans and instead of the other can, do chicken or whatever. I don't think you'd be able to tell. Out of 10. Okay, bye. And no, blending the beans does not affect the fiber. The amount of times I have to answer that. I committed too hard to that.
Let's see what's inside.
Kind of curious what she thought was in it. Broccoli and unicorn farts. Also, as people pointed out in the comments, you generally don't eat the whole jar in one day. I will say in the past though, I've made a more nutritious Nutella that really is as good and fairly easy to make. Hazelnuts, obviously roasted. The skins are a little bitter, so you kind of want to try to remove them. The cloth helps. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just do what you can. Look at that. Hazelnut butter. Bet you that's a nut butter you've never seen before in your life.
Giggity.
Now, for the brown sugar, I've tried replacing it with a brown sugar alternative. It does not work. You end up with basically a brick, so maybe you can replace some of it, but definitely don't replace all of it. Lastly, for the oil and milk, you need up to this amount, but you really want to add it slowly until you get the consistency that you like. Yeah, I'd say that looks pretty good. I'm not sure if it'll all fit in here. I said I don't know. Oh, right. April's not home.
Eventually.
Hey, honey, can I get that's what she said?
That's what she said?
Boom! Like, it's definitely a little bit grainier than Nutella, so if you have really bad texture issues, maybe not for you, but that hazelnut flavor is so strong. I like it a lot. Out of 10. Keep it.
I would like to say whoever is running the PR team for protein, magnificent job. Like, great job. But when that fiber PR propaganda team starts, call me.
Oh, that's weird. Did you check your spam folder? Yeah, sometimes that does happen. That's all right, just swing by tomorrow. You can't miss the place. My car's parked outside. Okay, bye. Hit me from later. I realize after it's a velomobile. It's like a pedal-powered vehicle of some type. It looks super cool. Don't think I'm gonna drop around 7 grand on it, but if you have one, let me know how it is. Out of 10. Okay, bye.
I'm cooking the top 50 New York Times recipes of 2025, and number 3 shocked me. A simple chicken and lentils
and that's all I needed to hear.
Soup shouldn't taste this good. With over 3,000 5-star reviews, this might be the best one yet.
I know I talk about beans a lot, but lentils are also so good for protein, fiber. They're cheap, versatile, and red lentils might be my favorite.
And of course, it was created by James Beard Award-winning chef Andy Baragni.
It looks like he used chicken breast, but in the description it says chicken thigh, so we're going with that.
What actually surprised me wasn't the chicken, or the lentils. It was one small twist that completely changed the flavor.
It's an artichoke lid. Pretty cool, right?
I wasn't ready for how bright and soothing this makes the soup. The fresh herbs are a must, but this lemony yogurt...
And with something like this, I would definitely recommend a full-fat yogurt.
...brings the whole thing to life. Seriously, I get why thousands of people gave this 5 stars. You can even give it your own personality by adding kale, cumin, a soft-boiled egg, or even chili oil. Save this for the next time you want something simple, cozy, and way better than any chicken soup has any right to be.
I'll tell you this. It smells really good. Oh shit. I mean, I knew I was gonna like this, but damn. Now people in the comments are really arguing over what to call this. I'm just gonna call it delicious, and you should definitely go make it. Out of 10. Okay, bye. So y'all remember this guy, right?
Big bad Orby lettuce.
Horrible pesticides and more anti-nutrients than actual nutrients.
Well, he made a response.
So instead of addressing my argument about lettuce and its anti-nutrients...
Oh, you want me to address it? No problem. Okay, so there are compounds found in some plant foods that bind to certain minerals and make it so we can't absorb them. Sorry, I need a little hit of aspartame. However, let me ask you something. Why is it when people eat more plant foods like lettuce, beans, and so forth, they get healthier? Could it be these anti-nutrients are in such small amounts and there's so much nutrition in the food that on the whole, they make people healthier? Do you think that could be possible? Oh, I just realized I said on the whole.
Giggity.
That's better. Here, let me do what you're doing, because you're right, I did leave out some stuff from this video.
93.7 ground beef.
Optimal choice.
Wow. I really can't believe you recommended that. You know that contains heterocyclic amines, right? Those are a carcinogen. You want Ethan to get cancer? You make any food sound bad if you cherry pick one or two things in it. But you know, if all that fails, let me try something else. You say beans bad. No! Beans help tum-tum. Beans reduce risk of cancer and cardiovascular disease. Out of 10. Goodbye.
Just found out that when some things are labeled 0 sugar or 0 carb, it's because some of their ingredients cannot be digested by the human body. So we're eating Play-Doh.
Well, that, or insoluble fiber like in these wraps we can't digest, but our gut bacteria feed off them, reducing our risk for cancer and all that shit. Other things like aspartame we can digest. In fact, aspartame has the same number of calories per gram as sugar. It's just like 200 times sweeter, so we use a tiny amount of it, meaning your Diet Coke has less than 1 calorie. Which is why I find it interesting when people, even professors apparently, will say full sugar soda is better for you. Like, which one do you think is worse? 50-ish grams of added sugar with very little nutrition, or 200 milligrams of something that breaks down into aspartic acid, phenylalanine, and methanol, all things that we get from Whole Foods. Personally, I'm going with this. Now, other sweeteners like sucralose or acesulfame potassium aren't digested, but when our bodies can't do that, then you just poop or pee it out. It doesn't accumulate or anything like that. So if you want to avoid stuff like this, go right ahead. But for anyone else like me out there, cheers. Out of 10. Okay, bye.
This is the quickest and easiest chocolate cake you will ever make, and you don't even need a bowl.
Well, I'm in. What are we doing?
Might be about to offend the whole of Sweden with this pronunciation, but I think it's called a kladdkaka.
En kladdkaka.
Please don't ban me from IKEA. I love that place.
Oh, that would suck. Have you guys tried lingonberry jam? It's so good.
Let me just clip you guys on. That'll do.
This isn't connected to anything, but I just didn't want to feel left out.
First off, in your pie dish, you need 100 grams of butter. I'm gonna go and melt this in the microwave, but if your pie dish isn't microwave proof, just put it in the oven until the butter melts. Into your melted butter, you're just gonna add 250 grams of caster sugar. Give it a good stir. Crack in your 2 eggs.
2 egg.
Beat this together. Add a dash of vanilla.
Do I do the Nilla too? Sure, why not? Little bit of Nilla.
You need 25 grams of cocoa powder.
And to my fellow Americans, I know not using cups and instead using a system that makes sense is really hard, but just do the best you can.
And finally, 100 grams of plain flour.
Tell you, having a kitchen scale, highly recommend it. Wow, this is a really thick cake batter.
It's now ready to go into a 180-degree oven for about 25 minutes. This is a masterpiece.
This came out better than I expected. Oh, wow.
This is the best thing I've ever eaten.
I could see why you'd say that. It's like you took all the best parts of cake and brownies and mixed them together. I know what I'm ordering when I visit Sweden. Out of 10. Okay, bye.
Fight me all you want, but labne is better than cream cheese. And this is the best way to eat this strained yogurt delight.
Okay, so after salting it, he puts it on a strainer with a cloth for a few days. Luckily, I still have my yogurt press from that whole dry yogurt trend.
In my case, 36 hours later, the yogurt had nicely hardened.
Look at that.
So I shape it into ping pong balls.
Don't worry if they're not the same size, that's very normal.
And coat half of them with za'atar, which is a herb spice blend. And for a spicy kick, half of them in Aleppo chili flake.
In the description, he also recommended sumac. I've never had it before, so I also ordered it as well.
Then simply transfer it to a jar and cover with olive oil.
Now luckily, you remember Jeff Daniels' barbecue chip sandwich thing? Well, Joseph apparently saw I used their pita for it, and well... yeah. Let's go with mini pita. Not a sponsor, I'm just also not gonna turn down free pita. Ooh, that's nice. Try the sumac. Oh, I like this. That's good. This is good. I like, one more. I wanted to try it on a bagel. Unfortunately, I only have the Royo high fiber bagels and they're kind of eh. But this sumac, where have I been? Because it's got this like tangy, bright, lemony, fruity thing. I mean, definitely make these. These are good. But find this if you can. Out of 10. Okay, bye.
You know, it's amazing y'all think there's any healthy options at the grocery store. You really think these grow orange? They grow yellow and they're dyed with red 40. Open your eyes. Baby carrots. Where are the parents? Exactly. You know they put this in fire extinguishers, right? And you're eating cookies with it? Really? V8? Yeah, let's just eat engines now. A chini de pee-pee? Whose pee-pees are they getting to make this? I mean, look at this. Literally nothing but chemicals. You wake up in the morning and you decide, I want some jelly on toast. This is how they get you. Wow, they literally tell you what they're gonna do to your nuts. Happy April 1st, everyone. Hopefully really likes grapes. Okay, bye.
And to whoever said, get more fiber in your diet.
Hey, how you doing?
You ain't never lie.
Well, that's not true. But when you're 15 and someone asks what you're doing in there, telling the truth is a little,
Now, notice what I just said. I said get more. You know what I'm saying? I already had the fiber in my diet from the veggies, from the fruits.
Both of those are good, but if you're not eating other high fiber options like legumes, you may be falling short of your fiber goals.
This right here, Optifiber, I had Benefiber. My first ever fiber powder thingamajagger was Benefiber.
Oh yeah, that's an easy way to add fiber.
Goated. This is the next one I'm trying. It's called Optifiber. Same thing.
And cheaper too, so if you have a Costco, definitely worth checking out.
Add more fiber in your diet. I promise you, you're gonna be less bloated. I have been less bloated ever since I started adding more fiber in my diet.
I'm not gonna promise that because, you know, everyone's different, but if you're falling short of your fiber goals and you're having digestive issues, it might be worth a try.
Why? Because I've been dooking, shorty. Dooking.
Good. It's far better than not dooking.
All of it. Dooking. You gon' dookie.
Really makes me wonder how the carnivore people are doing.
Whoever said it, you ain't never lie.
Well, I'm glad the message reached you. Out of 10. Okay, bye.
Entire bowl of food is under 670 calories. Let's make it. I'm gonna start out with a big bed of romaine lettuce.
Horrible pesticides and more anti-nutrients than actual nutrients.
If you have ever felt the need to take your shirt off and criticize other people for eating lettuce in order to get attention on the internet, you may want to rethink the life choices that brought you to such a state.
And a can of black beans.
Terrible. This is the bloating final boss. It's packed with anti-nutrients and the protein is non-bioavailable.
Remember what I said about the lettuce? That goes double for beans. Or maybe triple, I haven't decided.
2 servings of light sour cream.
Disgusting. 2 servings of ultra-processed and pasteurized cream.
And 3 servings of salsa.
Hopefully organic.
Yeah, bud, so it's pretty clear to me you're just repeating talking points from your favorite animal-based influencers.
Thinking about how I used to love green smoothies and don't really like them anymore because of all the anti-nutrients.
And while I highly doubt you understand them, if you keep repeating them, then yeah, maybe you too one day can sell grass-fed beef brain supplements like Paul here. Yes, those are real, by the way. Only $70 if you want to check it out. I like that one almost as much as whole package because obviously, fellas, if you consume testicles, it helps your testicles. That's why in school I started eating math. But instead of critiquing Ethan multiple times, have you considered fucking off? Out of 10? Okay, bye.
And there you go. That's pizza beans.
This is all I've been able to think about.
Sorry, let me just make sure I'm getting this right. Y'all would like me to react to Dr. Brooke, reacting to Dean, reacting to Kate. When, and I feel like this is important, I've already reacted to Dean reacting to Kate, is that right? Okay, man, when Al Gore created the internet, I'm sure this is exactly what he had in mind. But yes, pizza beans are great. Burger Dude has a recipe that I've also been getting tagged in a ton if you want to know how to make it. It's very simple. I give this a pizza beans, pizza beans, pizza beans. Out of pizza beans. Okay, bye.
Okay, so first you're gonna, okay, then you're gonna slice. Okay, then you're gonna.
Sorry, could you just slow down like a.
Then you're gonna shred.
Shit.
One shredded, mix it.
Wait, how much of these do we.
Okay, then you're gonna melt some butter. Okay, then you're gonna add your.
There!
Okay, then you're gonna add in some garlic.
My cheese!
Okay, then you're gonna add in your. And mix it up.
That much.
Okay, then you're gonna add in your milk.
Milk? How much?
Okay, now you're gonna add in.
Wait, what was that season?
Okay, then add in some.
Some of this? Some of this?
Okay, then you're gonna add in.
No, I saw that one. That was nutmeg.
And then you're gonna mix it up.
A little bit. A little bit.
Okay, then add in.
Oh wow, that's a lot of cheese. It's fine.
Okay, then you're gonna pour it over your. Then you're gonna.
Oh shit! I wasn't supposed to use all the cheese. I'll get more. It's okay.
Cover it with your. Cover it and bake it. Take it out, uncover, and put it back.
There's some raisins under my stove.
Once it's done, you're gonna take it out and let it sit.
You know, for working as fast as I possibly could, this actually came out looking pretty good. Oh man. Wow. I give this a remember to breathe, but definitely go make it. Out of 10. Okay, bye.
And I'm gonna tell you now, you ain't gonna lose no weight until you learn how to eat the same shit over and 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 over again. I'm telling you, I know how to have boiled eggs for the past 8 months.
So of course you don't have to eat the same things, but if you could find stuff like eggs or chicken sausages, which apparently everyone thought was hot dogs, that you can eat over and over and over and over, it really can help. You'll never guess what mine is though. Out of 10. Okay, bye. Sorry, Paw Patrol. So I figured out my issue with the waffle iron. The problem was I didn't have seasonal inserts. We're going with witch. Unfortunately did not get the witch, but it came out okay and I call that a win. I don't know if I give it a 10 out of 10, but it's a fun idea and it actually does work. Out of 10. Okay, bye. Please say we're gonna do something normal. Like maybe add some fruit. Well, it smells pretty good. Okay, well, it's actually not as bad as I thought. I think I'll continue to eat cottage cheese with a spoon and just order a pizza from time to time. Out of 10. Okay, bye.
So we were going through our groceries and we realized like this ice cream is super hard, this ice cream is super hard, and like our Haagen-Dazs ice cream is super hard. But then we wanted to try the mint chip dryers and it's like all soft and shit and pudgy. And
that, my friend, is Overrun, where they add air to it to increase the volume and give it a lighter texture.
You put your whole finger in that bitch. And so we were looking and it doesn't say ice cream anywhere.
Yeah, anything less than 10% milk fat can't be labeled as ice cream. It is a frozen dairy dessert.
And we were concerned. And then we started looking at the ingredients and it's like just sugar and corn syrup.
I mean, the first ingredient is milk, but they also do add sugar, which I don't feel like should be that surprising.
And then like skim milk, which is processed soy milk. So there's like no actual milk in this ice cream.
Is he joking or does he not know what skim milk is? I really can't tell.
And it's just goy slop and it's meant to make your estrogen get higher so you turn transgender.
Ah, okay, yeah, he is joking. Or at least I'm going with that for my own mental health. Out of 10. Okay, bye.
Let's make a salad that I make every week. We are starting with some clean kale.
Looks like a lot.
It looks like a lot. But after we add our little drizzle of olive oil, you will see that it is really not that much.
Okay.
And girl, I'm not about to measure nothing.
Girl, I'm right there with you.
We are just gonna work it in.
Normally I'd raw dog it, but I'll try a hand condom.
Now we're going to make our dressing. I do make this in pieces because not everybody likes all the toppings and I'm actually making this for everybody, so I can't be selfish.
Well, that's very thoughtful of you.
The juice of a whole lemon on there. You're gonna need
For this amount of kale, I'm gonna just do 2 avocados, even though I really don't need to, but I love the creaminess of the dressing when I have the avocados in it.
I also really like avocados. Ooh, but that had so many calories. Cool, I have this weird condition where I need those to live, so...
I prefer to squeeze it into this, like massage it into the salad like it's part of the dressing.
You know, that actually sounds really good.
I just cover the top of the salad with the nutritional yeast.
I'm not that surprised people don't know about it, but they really should. Very nutrient dense, gives a nice cheesy flavor, highly recommend.
In my opinion, you can never have too much nutritional yeast.
Agreed.
And then I just do a couple of shakes of salt. So now we are just gonna massage that in.
Going cream soda today. Possibly my favorite diet.
So this is just what I have. Cucumbers, tomatoes, onions. It changes based on what I have.
Yeah, that's really the way to do it.
I do not have sun-dried tomatoes.
Luckily, I do have these. So good.
So I'm actually using a sun-dried tomatoes bruschetta.
Ooh, that also sounds really good.
If you have like almonds or walnuts or something, that also adds a nice crunch.
I got a few walnuts left.
As long as you make sure you put the avocados, the lemon, the olive oil, nutritional yeast, and salt, you can pretty much do whatever toppings you want.
Man, having that avocado mixed in with everything is so nice. And then you get the lemon. I like this a lot.
You can add protein if that's your thing.
Definitely gonna go add some white beans to this, but other than that, delicious. Out of 10. Okay, bye. So you know everyone's saying there's not enough protein products and we really need to start putting protein in places it doesn't belong? Perfect. I picked up this protein pasta sauce. 80 grams of protein per jar. Sturdy, I bet it is. Kind of smells like ketchup. That's a very dark red. Oh boy, oh, it still hit me. This is almost certainly the worst tasting pasta sauce I've ever had. On the bright side though, it was $13 out of 10. Okay, bye.
Here are the top 10 foods with the most fiber per serving.
Okay, so I've been getting tagged in this, but I haven't watched it because I want to try and guess what they are.
Coming to the number 10 spot with around 5 to 6 grams of fiber.
Okay, it's probably a fruit. That's a little bit more than an apple has, so maybe pear?
We have a pear.
Let's go!
Moving to the number 9 spot with around 7 to 10 grams of fiber.
Okay, I was thinking avocado, but that's a little low for maybe a serving of berries?
We have an artichoke.
Fuck! Artichoke, I didn't even think about that.
Coming to the 8th spot with right around 8 grams of fiber.
Okay, this one has to be a serving of berries.
We have a cup of raspberries.
Let's go. Okay, there we go.
Moving up to the number 7 spot with about 9 grams of fiber per serving.
9 grams? Maybe chia seeds, but those typically have 10, so like a serving of beans?
We have a cup of peas.
Peas! Shit! Okay, in my defense, a serving size of peas is usually half a cup, so...
Coming up to the number 6 spot with right around 10 to 11 grams of fiber per serving.
Okay, now chia seeds?
We have soybeans.
Soybeans? Where's chia seeds? Again, though, that's usually half a cup per serving. I guess we're doing all cups.
At the halfway point with around 13 grams of fiber.
Another cup of beans?
For about a cup, we have navel beans.
Okay, I'll take it. Navel beans, my favorite.
In the 4 hole with right around 12 to 13 grams of fiber per 1 cup.
Okay, now I just feel like we're getting into beans. Black beans.
We have chickpeas.
Chickpeas!
Moving to the 3 spot with around 15 grams of fiber per cup.
Now black beans.
We have black beans.
Yes, let's go! Black beans, black beans.
Sliding to the 2nd spot.
All right, 2 left. I get the last 2. I'm gonna get the last 2.
With right around 15 to 16 grams of fiber per 1 cup.
Well, we haven't said lentils yet, so one of those.
We have lentil beans. And
yes! Yes!
Finally,
oh, I'm so good at this!
Coming to the top spot with right around 16 to 17 grams of total fiber.
16 to 17?
Per 1 cup.
Okay, I kind of feel like I'm cheating right now, but the top search term at the bottom is split peas, so I'm gonna go with that.
We have split peas.
Yeah, cheating pays off. Let's go. I was kind of waiting for this one though, and it never showed up, so I'll just add it here. 25 grams of fiber per cup. Passion fruit. Yeah. Out of 10. Okay, bye.
Growing up, my mom and daddy didn't have a lot of money, so we always made refried beans in the morning for breakfast.
Cheap beans. What more could you want?
We go in with 3 cans of beans, draining them. This is probably overflowed, but we move.
Raise your hand if you ever listened to the Max Fill line.
And then we're gonna add a little bit of stock. I got this homemade seafood that I made.
I've got this stuff.
The texture's a little bit loose now, but as we cook it, it's gonna get a lot thicker.
Yeah, so unfortunately, Jose,
Lard.
I don't have that, but I do own all things seed oil, so hopefully this will work.
Now our onions. After about 2 minutes, once it gets translucent, we're going in with some garlic paste.
You know, I've never actually made refried beans before. I'm excited for this.
And a good amount of cumin just to bloom it.
Cumin bloomin'.
And finally go in the beans.
The beans.
Allow it to simmer until it starts to become thick. Gentle, all right? We want to really take care of the way they cook.
You know Bubba from Forrest Gump when he keeps talking about shrimp? I feel that way, but for beans.
That takes me back home.
Man, this is really good.
Kalina doesn't really like beans, but watch, check this out.
Best refried beans I've ever had, that's for sure.
I'm not about to lie, that's 9 out of 10.
If you're someone that has issues with the texture of beans, highly recommend trying this. Out of 10. Okay, bye.
Well, this year's Dirty Dozen report is out, and it finds that produce like spinach, grapes, strawberries carry high levels of potentially harmful pesticides. The Environmental Working Group releases this report every year.
This is just your friendly reminder that even when we take the foods with the most pesticides, which over 90% of fruits and vegetables tested have no detectable amounts, but even when we take the other ones, it's still so low that
this is the number of servings that a child could consume on a daily basis of the fruits and vegetables on the Dirty Dozen list, and still without having any effect from the pesticide, even if it had the highest pesticide residue level ever recorded by the USDA.
What's that? You're gonna buy organic so you can avoid all pesticides just in case. Well, you're gonna wanna sit down for this. Organic still uses pesticides. And in fact, some of the organic pesticides like copper sulfate are actually more toxic than glyphosate. And so few Americans eat enough fruits or vegetables. Please, just eat any fruit or vegetable you like and can afford. Out of 10, okay, bye.
Listen, I don't make the rules, but hot bitches are eating, and we're eating well.
Yeah, we're still eating the last meal prep we made, but okay.
A lot of you are concerned about washing this. I put every single part into the dishwasher.
And since people asked, this is the one I bought. It's worked pretty well so far for me.
And we're gonna chop up this rotisserie chicken.
Picked up this zesty lemon pepper one in the store. I feel like it'll work well.
I don't have my gloves today, so I'm not looking forward to this at all.
Not gonna lie, this is one of the reasons I like canned beans.
The level of greed is ridiculous. Here you go.
Shake. Good girl.
I added some protein bow tie pasta.
I also really like this pasta. Yeah, it only has a little bit more protein, but it also has more fiber.
Then I'm gonna add in the cucumber. I also diced up some tomatoes.
I like the sugar bombs.
Adding in our diced chicken. Surprisingly, we're not doing feta cheese today. I'm adding in some of these mozzarella cheese balls.
Need a bigger bowl.
For just a little bit of creaminess, we're just gonna add a spoonful of plain Greek yogurt.
I definitely go with the full fat with something like this. Tastes better to me.
Fresh lemon juice. I grow my own lemons in a tree and just juice them into this jar.
I do the same, but I put them in this for the microplastics.
And then listen, are some people gonna show you how to make your own pesto? Yeah. Not me.
Me neither.
And you don't need a lot of pesto because it can be a bit overpowering. For seasonings, I'm doing salt, garlic powder, onion powder, and a little bit of dried basil. A little bit of red wine vinegar. Toss her all together. And that's it. I'll have some decorum.
What's that?
And put it in a bowl.
Behavior that is controlled, calm, and polite. Yeah, okay. Wow, this is really good. Also, Mariana, when it comes to reviewing your recipes, the honor is all mine. Out of 10. Okay, bye.
Why is everybody dying from cancer?
Oh, well, cancer's a very complicated issue.
That's why.
Or
prostate cancer, colon cancer, stomach cancer. This is why. Ask yourself, what has changed over the last 20 years?
Let's see, increasingly sedentary lifestyles, obesity, consuming higher amounts of ultra-processed foods while not consuming enough fiber.
This right here.
Or
this water sitting in fumes for anywhere from 3 to 6 months. You want to know how I know? I used to own the largest bottled water company in Northern California called Hillcrest Springs Bottled Water.
Yeah, I kind of just have to agree with Hank on this one.
You're establishing your expertise in this area by saying that you ran a water bottling plant, which has very little to do with understanding the physiology of how plastic interacts with human bodies and may increase the risk of cancer.
I'm telling you right now, the only thing that's really changed is the way we drink water.
And I'm telling you, that is definitely not the only thing that's changed.
This is killing people.
Yeah, so as Hank also points out in this video, cancer rates are actually declining with the exception of some like colon cancer, which again come back to things like fiber, and also this, which is interesting.
Weirdly, like ultra marathon running, turns out that can be very damaging to the digestive system. But if you're regular running, that's great. Don't worry about it.
Here's my thoughts on this. While there is ongoing research about microplastics and its links with cancer, which are not confirmed but plausible, how about we focus on the major things and not scare people unnecessarily? Out of 10? Okay, bye.
3 foods I think people lie about liking, but I'm not gonna say why. Number 1, cottage cheese.
Oh no, my friend. We ain't lying. I will say Daisy cottage cheese, I don't know how it's so popular. To me, it's the worst cottage cheese.
Number 2, kimchi.
Ooh, another one I really like. You generally eat it with other things, speaking of which.
Number 3, sardines.
This is one I have struggled with, but after Trucker Pete's lunch, which I didn't care for, however, during it, I discovered Fishwife makes the least bad sardines. So I've got rice and air-fried Fishwife sardines, kimchi, there, see, there we go, and homemade chili crisp. This is really the best shot I got at it. That fishy flavor's coming through. That's a little struggle, but I got that. No, I'm good. It's, mostly palatable. Out of 10. Okay, bye.
Eat more beans.
Gonna be tough for me, but I'll try.
17 grams of plant fiber, 47 grams of protein per serving.
And considering I've never had a stealth health recipe I didn't like.
This is pure comfort food, made healthier.
We making this.
To a large pot, add some grated garlic to olive oil.
20 cloves of garlic, got it.
Along with some tomato paste, and cook that for 3 to 4 minutes. Add in a pound of 93% lean beef.
I've got this for those that want to complain.
Cook that down until fully browned. Add in some salt and seasonings. And then we're gonna add in a can of these vodka sauce cannellini beans.
He says if you don't have these, you can just use some plain beans with some vodka sauce, but I actually really do like Heyday, which, hey guys, still trying to get sponsored by Beans over here, and Bush's isn't really answering my calls, so...
Along with a can of lentils.
Ooh, and lentils, I like it.
To cook the pasta, added some beef bone broth.
I'm just using vegetable broth. I know it won't have as much protein, but that's okay.
And water, add a little bit of salt, bring that to a gentle simmer, and then we're gonna add in some whole wheat pasta.
Whole wheat pasta's okay. I definitely prefer this stuff.
Straight to the pot. Cover and cook for about 20 minutes, take off the lid, give it another 5 minutes until it looks thick and creamy, just like this.
Man, that looks good.
Finish it off, I like to add some chopped cilantro, some whole milk skyr or Greek yogurt, and some Parmigiano Reggiano. Give that all a mix, let those flavors combine, and you're good to go.
Yeah, this is really good. Oh, I feel like some spinach would go really well with this too. Yeah, I give this a great way to get your protein and fiber. Out of 10. Okay, bye.
I don't know why it doesn't say cheese on the label.
Because we add things like milk products. Also, I had no idea we use paprika to color it. Interesting.
Because it's not cheese, it's plastic.
Listen, I'm not saying it's the healthiest cheese ever, but it was created utilizing unusable pieces of cheese, so less food waste is cool. Also, it does make a mean grilled cheese.
Organic frozen mango chard, keep it.
I like mango. I probably wouldn't buy organic just because it's more expensive, but sure.
Grass-fed butter, keep it.
Wow, I cannot believe you're recommending those. Even your commenters are pointing out those are filled with forever chemicals. Are you trying to poison people?
Same ingredients that the AHA deems heart healthy, leave it.
Oh yes, let's ignore the advice of scientists who study these things and instead follow the advice of unqualified people standing in grocery stores. What could go wrong?
Shred your own cheese.
How much you want to bet she's worried about cellulose? Somebody else in the comments yell what it is. I've done it enough.
Wild caught ahi tuna, keep it.
More of a canned tuna guy because it's cheaper, but yeah, sure.
Farm raised salmon that has to use dyes to make it orange, leave it.
Hey, Paslium, can I just throw it back to you real quick? Because it's not synthetic food coloring, it's astaxanthin, which gives both farm and wild salmon its color. It's just added to the feed of farm salmon. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think I'll just give this one a buy what you like, can afford, and aren't allergic to. Out of 10. Okay, bye.
Making my wife's pregnancy cravings, part 4. It's like this potato waffle thing she saw online, and it actually looks really good.
Any guesses on what my tag section might look like? Anyway, if you haven't seen...
Round 2, it's hotter, it's been in there longer, so it should be good. Should.
It no go so well.
So unfortunately, something happened with my mic, and this part is just all static. But basically, I decided to try and make it again using all of the tools I've learned so far.
Pretty proud of myself, not gonna lie. Boom. See that, Ian? All it takes is an extraordinary amount of failure mixed with equal parts frustration, and you too,
Babe, you want Taco Bell? I'm done with this.
won't have to order Taco Bell. Although I really do like it. You know, actually, I can go for that tonight. Out of 10? Okay, bye.
People on the internet are saying that if you want to be healthy, you should be eating a food board like this for every meal.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. And quick question, do these people own plates or do they just cutting board dog everything? Genuinely curious. But anyway, Chef Tyler does something interesting here where instead of talking about the nutrition, because yeah, they're nutritious meals, he talks about the price because of course it has to be organic produce and pasture-raised eggs and grass-fed steak, which by the way...
And at $28.99 per pound, this steak was $20.87.
Is that right? Because if so, I've never been happier to like beans in my whole life. Anyway, by the end, it adds up to
$38.44. So if you wanted to eat this 3 times a day, that would cost you $42,092 per year per person.
Which, hey, if you got the money and you want to eat that way, dope, but you definitely don't need it. I will be sticking with my beans, peanut butter and jelly, and bumblebee tuna. Out of 10. Okay, bye.
If you have ripe bananas, make this.
Do not worry, I found the exact blender that removes from the bottom here.
Oh, thank you. I almost worried there for a sec. I too have the same blender.
And this will be the only way you make smoothies, if you get one. Well, I failed at catching it like Smoothie Flip. Oh, guess I need some work on that.
The next day.
Called a Ninja Twisty, by the way. Not a sponsor, just a cool product. I will say, if we don't get other content creators stitching this until it's basically unwatchable, I will be disappointed in the internet. Out of 10. Okay, bye.
This is bottled water in America, while this is bottled water in England. American bottled water is illegal in 4,000 different countries because of the level of microplastics and Red 40. And like all things that come in America, the portion sizes are too big. This bottle contains almost enough to give you water poisoning, whereas the England version yields exactly 1 glass.
So if you can't tell, she's poking fun at Phoebe's videos, which I've covered a couple times, and doing a pretty good job.
Bottle says it contains only the freshest spring water from Lake Farrowhead, but the fine print says it's untreated tap water from the city of Indianapolis.
But you know what? I get why she makes these videos. They get views. People have this idea that American food is poison. It doesn't matter that we rank 3rd in food quality and safety in the world. It doesn't matter that our actual problems consist of things like a cancer diagnosis means you very well might go bankrupt while a health insurance CEO is buying a second yacht to put on top of his first one. Or that we put such an emphasis on corporate profits that now ultra-processed foods are cheap and ubiquitous, while nutritious whole foods are more expensive to obtain. Fortunately, our administration is on the case by banning one food dye. Are they also cutting funding to programs that allow people to get nutritious foods who normally couldn't? Yeah, sure. And are they increasing the amount of pesticides we use when they said they were gonna do the exact opposite of that? Technically, yes. But hey. That one food dye, though, I think we're gonna be all right. Out of 10. Okay, bye.
Welcome back to my series, Dumb Dinners.
Well, shit, I'm already in. What are we doing?
And I've got to be honest with you all, when I started this series, I thought I was going to get a ton of mean comments.
Personally, I don't mind the mean comments. It boosts the algorithm.
Truly, they are dinners so easy, they are kind of dumb. But apparently, you guys like a dumb dinner.
Who doesn't? Also, make sure they're oven-ready lasagna, otherwise crunch, crunch.
And today, we are making lazy lasagna.
Remember what I said about the comments? Well, I'm using impossible meatballs, and uh-oh, did you know these have chemicals in them?
Takes 5 minutes to prep, 1 dish to clean, and you don't even have to touch a stove. On top of that, my picky eating toddler ate this. Make sure to stick around for the next one.
Ooh.
It's extra dumb, but extra delicious.
Wow. Yeah, this is really good. And I actually do like the meatballs. It kind of just tastes like they have more like breadcrumbs in them than typical meatballs. You know, it might not have beans in it, but other than that, this is my kind of recipe. Out of 10. Okay, bye.
Warning, if you drink tea, stop right now.
No, I'm good.
Every single cup is filling your body with billions of tiny shards that are slicing through your organs, and the damages have already started. People were terrified after a review of 19 studies found that the moment a tea bag touches hot water, it releases up to 14.7 billion micro and nanoplastic particles.
Well, damn. Hey, Anne, at this point, what % of an average British person is made of plastic?
Well, at least half. I mean, between the tea bags and the honey, oddly. Yeah, gotta be 50%.
So it is true, they can release microplastics, especially those silken sachet ones. But there's lots of tea bags that don't have any plastics. Got any Britishy ones, Anne?
Yeah, right. You've got ones like this, and there's quite a lot of these, which are everything is paper, and that's absolutely fine. There are a lot more which are like this. And if you read closely, and you do have to read closely, they use something called PLA. And that is a plant-based plastic-like material. And it can't be composted in your food waste, but it can go into commercial composting. So, yeah, it's not that. But they often have plastic on the outside. So read it up.
That's a good point. Some like Lipton or Celestial Seasonings, I believe the bag isn't made from plastic, but they do heat seal it with plastic. Others like Yogi or Stash, their chai. Oh. Don't use any plastic. This is how I look at it. Yes, microplastics could be harmful to our health. More research is needed, but it's definitely possible. I'll guarantee you this, though. It's not going to be nearly as harmful as a sedentary lifestyle, or not getting enough sleep, or not eating enough nutritious foods. So focus on those, and if you want to add shit like this to the list, go right ahead. Out of 10. Okay, bye.
Which food has the most protein? Spirulina has 57.5 grams of protein per 100 grams.
So that is high, but I believe there's something that can have up to 75 grams of protein per 100 grams, and it would be a lot easier to eat 100 grams of this than spirulina, and that is seitan, which is made from wheat gluten, and you can either make it yourself or find it in the meat alternative section at a lot of your local grocery stores. Out of 10. Okay, bye. Well, I definitely agree with the air, and don't give me that it's to protect the chips, Derek. I'm upset. I don't need you trying to use logic to calm me down. But as for the other one, she might be talking about seed oils. No, those are not inflammatory. And I know she knows. High fructose corn syrup does add a lot of calories, which can lead to obesity. It's one of the reasons I like zero sugar. She knows. And I know she knows. It's possible microplastics could be harmful, so switching to metal or glass I think is a decent idea. I use a filter, but that's just because it's cheaper and less plastic waste. And I know she knows. Oh boy, buckle up for this one. The pineal gland is a small organ not protected by the blood-brain barrier, meaning things like calcium or fluoride in toothpaste or our water can accumulate. This has led some people to say it causes pineal calcification. One issue with that is when they've studied cases of this, it was in areas where fluoride levels were actually quite low, and reviews generally suggest that fluoride accumulation is more of a secondary phenomenon. What's the primary cause? One strong contender would be atherosclerosis, so I would generally recommend eating healthy, exercising, and reducing your stress by listening to less of Joe Rogan, all the normal shit. So, lymph nodes don't release waste or toxins through sweat. In fact, I don't believe they're even connected to sweat glands, so not really sure how it would cause that. Also, I see the claim that deodorant causes cancer. There is no strong evidence for that. Well, if you have celiac disease, then yeah, gluten, not great. But these foods are fine for most people, and diabetes, yes, gaining excess body fat can make diabetes worse, but there's really a strong genetic component with it. Like, there's very large people who don't have diabetes, and then there's very skinny people that do. What I would say is 80-20, don't stress so much, and have a nice day. Also, I need a new one. Out of 10, okay.
Black soybeans are just like regular soybeans, except they've sold their soul to Satan. How else can you explain their amazing macros?
They are pretty crazy. 190 calories, 18 grams of protein, and 11 grams of fiber. Oh, last Tetris rice. I just soaked these overnight and then simmered them until they tasted like food. And this is just soy sauce, garlic, ginger, lime juice, chili crisp. This is how I cook. I just put things together that sound good. Toasted sesame seeds. What else I got? I got half an avocado I need to use. Ooh, that's really good. They pretty much just taste like the green edamame. I think if you can find these, they're definitely worth picking up. Out of 10. Okay, bye. Well, I have bean merch, so it only makes sense to have some cottage cheese merch to go along with it. Let's see, I got a hat. Taste the Obsession. You know, it's not in here, but I feel like cracking one open. Oh, is this pants? Oh, check that out. Feels very 90s and I like that. Here's the thing, I'll eat other cottage cheese, but Good Culture, it stands head and shoulders above the other brands, in my opinion. We got a shirt. I heart cottage cheese. Oh, this is so good. Yes, turn down the brightness on your phones. Yada, 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 you're so white. Let me put the shirt on. Eat my Good Culture while wearing my Good Culture. For me, the main thing is the consistency. I mean, like, look at that. It's so much creamier than other cottage cheese. Oh boy. I don't know if I've ever had the matching hoodie sweatpants combo. I'm excited. I feel like I walk right into like a 90s music video and I fit right in. I can't see the back. What's it say? Oh, let's spoon. It came with a spoon. It's just the best. I know people will say you're just getting paid to say this and whatnot, but man, I've said Good Culture is my favorite cottage cheese long before I got paid, and I will continue to say it after. I'm also getting quite hot. Oh, I get a mug or something? Yeah, I did. The Tub Club, secretly obsessed. I'm not it's no secret. It's no secret of Good Culture. This is how much people like Good Culture. They got hats and hoodies and whatnot. I'll tell you this, if you live in the upstate New York region, there's a very good chance you'll see me wearing this combo. Out of 10. Okay, bye. So recently I've been getting asked if blending beans affects the fiber. It does not, so blending it into a pasta sauce is a great idea. And if you find you don't like this, try it with cooked red lentils. I like that one a lot. As far as other high fiber options, of course, chia seeds, which again, you can actually blend these if you're making like chia seed pudding before you put it in the fridge. That can help a lot of people with the texture. Avocados, berries, squash, that's a great one. There's tons of lists out there. Or just look one up, find the foods you like and try them. Work them into your diet. Out of 10. Okay, bye.
100 calories of cucumber and 100 calories of Nutella.
So a lot of people felt like the Nutella wasn't right, so I decided to weigh it out. This is a smaller plate, but might be a little bit more. I don't know.
100 calories of asparagus and 100 calories of butter.
And for the people saying their problem is they want to put butter on asparagus, that's not a problem. That's called cooking.
100 calories of mixed greens and 100 calories of a hot dog. Fat loss can be extremely difficult if you're eating this side of the table instead of this side of the table. Eating these foods will make it feel like you're on a strict diet, and eating these foods will make it feel like you're not even dieting. Swap out high calorie, low volume food for low calorie, high volume food, and fat loss will be easy.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a lot of people's takeaway. Instead of Nutella, let me just eat pounds of cucumber. What I would say is you definitely don't have to cut out the foods on the left. It's just more about focusing on the other foods. Like instead of eating 2 or 3 hot dogs, been there, you eat 1 and maybe have it with some mixed vegetables and asparagus cooked in a little butter. Because life is about balance and shit. Out of 10? Okay, bye. Bullshit speed round.
What are some ways that somebody can detox generally?
Have a liver and kidneys. What's next?
Here is what you should absolutely never eat for breakfast.
Oh, I know this one. Tide Pods, shoe polish, gum you find on the street. Oh, what's that? You were gonna say anything containing sugar so that you can sell people $200 packets of fiber? Oh, interesting.
This is where everybody makes the biggest mistake.
They listen to you. What's next?
Of the 20 most popular wine and beer brands here in the United States, 19 out of those 20 tested positive for containing Monsanto's glyphosate poison.
Oh no, my poison contains poison. That sucks.
Here I am in the better for you snacks section. We'll see about that.
That is just a term used by the store to help sell products and means nothing. And whenever anybody uses the words inflammatory oils, you can stop listening to anything else they have to say.
Next time you go grocery shopping at Target, bring this video with you.
Or instead, you could buy what you like, can afford, and have access to, and not listen to this guy go, long ingredients label bad. I don't know what these things are, so they're not good.
Every McDonald's, they cook your food in $100 billion toxic ingredient. It's a wild story.
It's not at all. They cook in vegetable oils, which have been shown to be beneficial for our health when replacing saturated fats. You want research? Here you go. Anybody about to dispute this? I'll take your citations in the comments. Bullshit speed round.
What are some ways that somebody can detox generally?
Have a liver and kidneys. What's next?
Here is what you should absolutely never eat for breakfast.
Oh, I know this one. Tide Pods, shoe polish, gum you find on the street. Oh, what's that? You were gonna say anything containing sugar so that you can sell people $200 packets of fiber? Oh, interesting.
This is where everybody makes the biggest mistake.
They listen to you. What's next?
Of the 20 most popular wine and beer brands here in the United States, 19 out of those 20 tested positive for containing Monsanto's glyphosate poison.
Oh no, my poison contains poison. That sucks.
Here I am in the better for you snacks section. We'll see about that.
That is just a term used by the store to help sell products and means nothing. And whenever anybody uses the words inflammatory oils, you can stop listening to anything else they have to say.
Next time you go grocery shopping at Target, bring this video with you.
Or instead, you could buy what you like, can afford, and have access to, and not listen to this guy go, long ingredients label bad. I don't know what these things are, so they're not good.
Ever eat McDonald's? They cook your food in a $100 billion toxic ingredient. It's a wild story.
It's not at all. They cook in vegetable oils, which have been shown to be beneficial for our health when replacing saturated fats. You want research? Here you go. Anybody about to dispute this? I'll take your citations in the comments. Bullshit speed round.
Every idiot knows that fast food's bad for you.
But does every idiot know not to listen to others who say to detox or sell $63 bottles of beef brains? Personally, I'll pass.
Look at all of these questions that we're not even asking ourselves.
100% agree. Questions like, who cut your hair? How did you piss them off so much? How are your non-poisonous supplements selling after you tell everyone everything in the grocery store is poison? These are the questions we need to ask.
There is nothing on the surface of the earth that will remove calories from your body or burn fat at the rate that getting in cold water will.
Well, considering cold exposure burns an extra 1 to 2 calories per minute, I think I could think of a few things, but considering Gary sells a $7,000 portable cold tub, I'm not shocked he couldn't think of any.
Day 1 of my parasite cleanse and heavy metal detox.
Boy, I hope that involves medication prescribed by your doctor, and it's alkaline water and lemon. Yeah. That checks out.
You and your family swear by Gatorade? You and your family swear by this stuff to help them poop? You and your family swear by this stuff?
Oh no! What should we do instead?
You get what we call Hydration Hero. What we call Gut Guardian. Did with Immunity Icon.
Oh wow, that almost sounds like a create the problem and sell the solution, but people trying to scare others to make money on the internet. That never happens.
How long can you wear AirPods until the level of radiation that they emit starts affecting you?
Yeah, the answer to that, pretty simple. It's
basically as long as you want, because the level of radiation that AirPods or other Bluetooth devices emit isn't powerful enough to cause any real long-term dangerous effects.
Hold on, a good video snuck into bullshit speed round. Thank God, honestly, these videos, fucking exhausting. Bullshit speed round.
Here are foods that are considered unfit for human consumption in other countries.
Oh, like anything containing E153, which is allowed in Europe and Canada, but illegal in the United States because it is a possible human carcinogen that is linked to increased rates of cancer? Or are you talking about the fact that British scientists are saying the EU is allowing their food to be pumped full of dangerous additives? Guys, please don't go to Europe. Their food is clearly not fit for human consumption.
What snacks would I recommend for someone who's got a sweet tooth? There's no fucking thing a snack. You're only snacking because you've been brainwashed for years to think that you need a snack. Come on, you think our forefathers had snacks?
Yeah, guys, you're snacking because what? You enjoy it? Morons! You should only ever eat to fuel your body, and that is it. Life is pain, pleasure is for the fucking weak.
How did they discover that peanut butter can activate cancer in the growth?
They didn't. Because it doesn't. Because of course not. And how the fuck did over 200,000 of you like this video? What is wrong with you people?
Tell you how to naturally remove cancer from your body, no matter what stage of cancer you're at.
You know, I don't even think I can joke about this one, because this video has almost 9 million views, and there is a decent chance someone bought into the bullshit this guy was promoting and didn't get the cancer treatment they needed, and very well might have lost their life because of it. So, wow, that's a sad way to end this. How about we end it with my favorite video on the internet instead?
What is a skeleton's favorite snack?
I don't know.
Go on, guess.
Death?
No. Go on, guess.
No.
Come on! Guess! Why are you laughing? I haven't told the punchline yet. What is a skeleton's favorite snack? Guess!
You're putting me in a lot of pressure.
Guess! Fuck! Guess! Guess, goddamn you! Why won't you answer me? What is my favorite snack?
Bones.
No! No!
Jesus,
What is it? Why must you fail me so often? Ribs! Spare ribs! Fuck!
Bullshit speed round.
Here are 5 foods I would not eat as a plastic surgeon.
What a coincidence! I recently started eating based off how I want my tits to look. And what should we avoid?
Packaged foods, there's a lot of preservatives in packaged foods that could be toxic.
And where do you shop?
I get the majority of my food from Erewhon, which is a local place.
Alright, so a plastic surgeon wants you to avoid all packaged foods and shops at a grocery store that charges $30 for a loaf of bread. Boy, there is a word for that. It's on the tip of my tongue. I just can't think of it.
Ever since I found out Bill Gates owns majority of the farmland in America, I don't know, I've been washing my produce a little extra lately. So what I do is vinegar, filtered water, and baking soda. And look at that, it bubbles up, you can even hear it.
Oh wow, when you combine vinegar and baking soda, it causes bubbling. If only I had taken basic chemistry, I wouldn't be scared. Oh well. And you could take 5 seconds to find out the film around grapes is called bloom, and it is a waxy coating the grape uses to protect itself, but that's not scary, so.
People have challenged me
To shut the hell up? Because that's what they should do, since this whole video screams privilege. Oh, I can't find any healthy packaged foods at the grocery store. Nya, 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 nya. And you know, it's comments like these that really show the problem with these types of videos, because these grocery store walkers with their inflammatory oils, not a thing by the way, not a thing. They just place so much fear and anxiety into people and literally create disordered eating all for their own profit. So to all the grocery store walkers, I just need to say, get fucked, because you are actively making the world a worse place. But to everyone else though, buy what you like, can afford, and have access to. And have a nice day.
Big Soap doesn't want you to know this. These are toxic.
Well guys, I hate to break it to you, but it looks like the food you're buying, toxic. The receipt you get after you buy your toxic food, toxic. The cutting board you use to chop up your toxic food, also toxic. The air fryer you use to cook your toxic food, you guessed it, toxic. And now, even the way you clean your dishes is toxic. Thank goodness we have people from Ancestral Supplements who sell us grass-fed beef brains, because you know, conventional beef brains are for the fucking commoners, to warn us about Big Soap. Where would we be without them?
I'm on this 3-day diet, y'all. You lose 10 pounds in 3 days. You got to be ready, because it's not an easy diet. You can do this once a month. Baby, I'm gonna put y'all on. It's gonna have you running, not walking, okay? Baby, you're gonna be empty.
Man, that's crazy. I was literally just telling a friend yesterday how I was looking for a way to blow out my butthole and lose 10 pounds of water and feces. I'll take 20.